Michigan Wolverine Nation, it's your boy TJ Ronin with my co-pilot Johnny Mother effing Olden in the house. What is up, Johnny? How we doing tonight on this beautiful Thursday?
I'm doing good. Another day, another dollar.
Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. We got fucking a lot to talk about. Not really. There's actually not a lot to talk about, but we're going to talk about some things. Obviously, we're going to get into the Bryce Underwood rumors because I didn't address it with John Adamo on the Tuesday show, but I figured tonight would be a good night to address it with you here, and we'll go over that. But to our viewers and to anyone who is new, this is the call-in show. For every $100, we go an extra hour, and thanks to the community, we have been doing that a lot lately. So shout out to the community. I am going to drop the call-in link now if you guys want to start lining up and be first caller. Go for it. We do 5-minute calls. Occasionally it'll go over, but we try to keep it at 5. But anyways, man. So it's been a week. Johnny, what's been up, bro? But anything on your mind?
Nothing much. Just really just counting down the days to practice again, at least.
So for those who don't know, me and Johnny were talking before the show a little bit, and I was kind of telling him what's right now it's essentially because recruiting's it's down, right? We know Michigan's in a bit of a recruiting dead period, self-imposed to get rid of Burgergate. And right now it's just scandal that we're just waiting on that won't be resolved until mid to late summer. And then we're just waiting for ball. We're waiting for fall camp. It's just kind of where we are. There's really not a lot of debate on the roster. I mean, there's some in terms of left tackle, wide receiver, sure. Maybe who's RB1. We know who QB1 is. So, we are in what I guess you could call not the dog days of summer, but the dog days of college football off season. It is what it is, though. We'll get through it. We're here for you. That's why we have the call-in show. That's why our guy AJ says best college football show on YouTube or any other space for that matter. Keep up the good work. I don't know what kind of pasta dish it is, but it looks good. I shout out to AJ. Let's do the damn thing. So let's get into it. John. So, our good friends down south have another rumor. It's a new month, new rumor. That new rumor is
new day, new rumor.
Yeah, new day, really. New day, new rumor. That new rumor is that Bryce Underwood, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be leaving Michigan potentially for LSU because the NIL money has dried up. That appears to be the rumor coming out of Ohio State message boards. And I've been asked about this rumor for probably the last week and a half. And, I just so everyone knows, make it very clear very quickly. Bullshit. No, so I reached out to some people and I asked if there was any substance to the rumor. They told me there's not. I reached out to the individual who I leaned on during the entire Bryce Underwood recruitment and asked him, are the rumors legit? One reply answer, no. So that's where we are with it. But Johnny, I wanted to kind of talk to you about what do you think it is with these Buckeyes where they need something. They need some type of rumor or speculation about Michigan to make themselves feel better. What do you think's going on with that, Johnny?
It's the sad champs, like I like to call them. They sad champs. Yeah, they, like I always say, they won the natty, but they won it in a sleazy way when we talk about it. So they don't have anything to be. Michigan and Ohio State, a lot of our love for the game and the passion and our expectations, our goals for the season is tied up in late November.
Yeah.
Whether you want to make excuses about it, whether you want to, it doesn't matter. Sure, it doesn't. It's all tied in late November. You don't win that game, there's going to be a hole in your heart. And that's what they're dealing with right now. They won the championship, but they've lost 4 years in a row to Michigan. So they got a hole in their heart, and they're trying to fill it up with NCAA scandal, making up rumors. Bryce Underwood's going to leave. They're making up anything to try to fill in that hole, that void, in wanting to be able to talk trash to Michigan. Bryce Underwood's going to leave. We'll see. Yeah, 13-10. Go sit over there. The type of energy we got. Because you won the championship, but we've been beating your head in for the last 4 years. So we don't really want to hear nothing y'all got to say. So all they can hold over our head is scandal, make up a rumor about Bryce, and that's just how they getting down right now because we got the upper hand.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it is, right? Because they can't beat us on the field, so they got to make up these stories off the field to try and feel better. Like, one of the things that's crazy to me, Johnny, I guess I do get it, but I don't get it. Like, what is the point? Like, what is the point of, like, all these, Bryce Underwood's, like, all right, let's put this also on the table. So let's put up the rumor that, the NIL is dried up. Did Michigan just not pay $4 million for the number one transfer portal basketball player in the country? Did the money dry up? Did it just dry up now? Do you think Underwood's not getting his money from the same people who offered Yaxel Landenborg the same exact freaking deal? You think it's just gone? Ellison's just they're not interested anymore. So they invested all that money in October into April, and now they're done.
Yeah.
What are we doing, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to me that how these Buckeyes operate. Like the NIL's dried up. Freaking Santana left because of the hammers coming. Like,
Santana. He went to Florida because he's trying to escape the hammer. He's the president of a university. He's not the president of football operations like it's the NFL or something. Like it don't even make sense if you think about what they say.
Bro, they are bored, is what they are. They are bored and they need something. I think, although to be real with you, they probably just want to mess with Michigan fans. And I'm going to be real with you. Some of the Michigan fans, I'm not pointing no fingers. Some of you are taking the bait because I had people reaching out to me like worried about it. And I'm like, what are we doing? You're going to take your story. You're going to take your info or your intel from Ohio State message boards that are circulating around the interwebs. Like, we got to do better than that, Michigan fans. Like, they are literally trying to rattle the cage because it's the off season for them too. They're bored. Their natty success is starting to wear off a little bit. They're getting ready for next season. They know, like most know, your natty's only as good as your last one, and we're on to a new year. Now they do have some bragging rights. They do have some bragging rights, but at the end of the day, like, a new champion's coming, right? So
they got bragging rights. They just don't got them over here.
Yeah, exactly.
The one place where they really want them.
At the end of the day, that's what it is too. They don't have them here because, like, you have a natty. So do we. We got one last year, the year prior. And you ain't
beating your head in late November. Exactly. See you in November. You remember that, TJ? You don't hear them saying no, see you in November anymore. They don't say that.
Not at all. Not at all. No, because they're afraid. No, because at the end of the day, November, they're worried about November. That's the reality. They know the fifth L is coming. So, all right, I wanted to open up the show with that. I thought it was worth at least bringing to attention. We will now do the call-in show. We'll get West Quad up here first. He was the first caller. Then we got our boy Juju after that. Shout out to everybody. Again, every $100, we will go a second hour. But let's talk ball. West Quad, what is up, brother?
What up, though?
What up?
Hey, first time, long time.
Yeah, I know, West Quad. Where the hell you been, man?
Grinding.
That's what I hear.
I
That's what I told him. That's what I like to hear.
I got my nose to the grindstone, fellas. But you know, I'm here for this one, and I be trying to get on like during the car chats, but that shit don't work in my car, bro. I don't know. I don't know how Johnny be getting it pulled off, but my car is a dead zone, buddy.
Yeah, I get that sometimes, but ain't nothing. Hey, when you got the grind, hey, nothing becomes before the grind. Get your money and get your hustle on, grind, and let's get it.
Right. I don't want to miss any more spring football trips. I felt I was a little bit of peanut butter and jealous.
You missed out. You missed out, West Cloud.
We had
time.
Hey, next year we'll do it.
Y'all had it banging. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting there. Oh man, I'm sitting there. I was there looking like the Squidward meme. You know, I'm looking at y'all outside and I'm all in the house and shit.
Oh yeah. Well, we got next year, brother. We're doing it again.
No, for sure. But now what's on the docket?
Whatever you want to talk. You tell us what's quad. What is on the docket? You want to talk about Bryce Underwood rumors? You trying to go a different path,
bro? I mean, we can talk about that, but that doesn't make any sense to me. That
no, it don't.
That he would be trying to hot tell out like even like pre-announcement. He's trying to get out of there before anything even hits the. I don't think anything's gonna be that serious. To be honest, like I said, I expect the same thing y'all do probably. You know, a couple like lost scholarships or whatever, or you know, I don't expect anything to be vacated or no anything major. But even then, it's like, yeah, I mean, that would have to happen before rumors would get out there that he's about to leave. But who knows? I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. But
yeah, he's not leaving because of the fucking hammer, bro. Like, what do we? No, the rumors is the money's dry, which is why he's contemplating leaving. That's the rumors.
But why would the money be dry already?
Exactly. It's not. That was since all of a sudden don't have money. Get out of here. What are you talking about? Like the fourth richest. Yeah.
I mean, you made a good point though. It's the off season. I mean, I don't listen to Buckeye Scoop and Justin Spiro anyway, but they have found a way. This just got to be lucrative for them. Like, they are making money from these rumors and all this innuendo. And I get it. If I was on the other side, I would need this to be true too.
Well, I mean, one of the things that makes like Buckeye Scoop get the views and the clicks is he placates to his base. It's what they want to hear because a lot of the Buckeyes really believe hammers are coming. Like they are fully invested, just like they because many Buckeyes, and we all know this, we've all debated. They can't even fathom that Michigan can beat them. They think it has to be because there was sign stealing, this, and that. They learned their lesson real quick this year, 13-10. But they really didn't learn, did they? They really didn't learn.
No.
So,
it was supposed to be fire and brimstone, I heard.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but now Ryan Day's gonna be real motivated, guys. So don't worry,
He's got the blueprint now, I've heard.
He's got the blueprint now. So we'll see.
If he wasn't last year the year that he said that he was so motivated, nothing hurt him more besides the death of his father or some shit like that?
Yeah, death of his father. Nothing hurt. Only the death of his father like hurt him more or whatever. Which is wild, by the way.
I mean, yeah, I get it, but if you couldn't beat us this year with that team, I don't know, man. It's not looking good, bro.
Yeah, like we lost, Juju, where'd you go, brother? But anyways, to your point though, like, okay, we lost Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, Will Johnson didn't even play in that game. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, Will Johnson didn't play in the OSU game. You're right, he didn't.
He missed like half of the year.
Yeah. I mean, it got to the point where I started forgetting who played in what game, though, because we had so many people missing. Like at the end of the year, like damn, like we really didn't have any of the D-line in the Alabama game, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. They played elite. Now we lost. Now obviously Josiah Stewart and
right.
Did Josiah Stewart play in the Alabama game?
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I don't think he did either.
Because Derek Moore and TJ Guy were the ones that stood out. So
All right, so super chat. Wolverine Casual $2 super chat. Who would win in a fight, you or Garrison? I think I would win, to be honest with you. But
I'm putting my money on TJ.
Yeah, I think I'd handle it.
No offense, Garrison.
But I do like Garrison, so I don't.
I need to see Garrison in person. I seen TJ.
Yeah,
that's a big boy. TJ a big boy. Hey. He eating a well-balanced breakfast over there.
Yeah, we put that work in, brother. We put that work in. All right, we got Mike Anderson for the $2 super chat. What do you think about video of Rod Moore running? Damn good question. I have my thoughts. I'll give you my honest opinion, but I want to hear what Johnny and West Quad think first. Did you guys see the Rod Moore video at all?
I did see the video. First of all, I thought it was a video of Sherrone Moore.
I'll pull it up for everybody if they haven't seen it. Let me see if I can find it. I do have an opinion on this, and I'll give it. Johnny, have you seen this yet?
What's that?
This is the video of Rod Moore running.
Oh, yeah.
So this is his first time running in 14 months, guys.
Yeah, it's not likely you're going to see him this year.
You don't think we're going to see him at all?
Not likely. Yeah, he got a long way to go to be able to go full speed and cut, and actually go full speed, cut, then hit somebody, go full speed, cut, and then jump and try to knock a pass down. He got a long way to go.
And if that's the case, we're never going to see him in the Michigan uniform again. Then
I don't think so my opinion, I'm not so sure we'll ever see Rod Moore play at the level he played at again. Because the fact that it took him 14 months to just get to that jog, which by the way, shout out to him, because I'm sure that was a long mental journey, bro. Not only physical, but mental. To even get to that point was a hell of a journey, right? But to play at the level he was playing at, I mean, here's what I will say, though. It's possible he'll get another year of eligibility, which you could maybe see him come back, but I don't know if he'll ever play at the level he was before. And if he does, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it, but 14 months out like that, and then you're just running like that, I'm just not sure we'll ever see him play at the level he was playing. He was all Big Ten level safety, bro.
Now, if he takes this whole year and can come back,
yeah,
it's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? But that Stone Cold Steve Austin, all those knee braces he got, bro. He got a long way to go. You know.
Yeah.
So.
No, not the Stone Cold, but yeah, you're right. It is the Stone
That's
Cold.
It.
The glass shatter knee brace.
Well, bro.
Yeah. I just don't think at this point, how old is Rod Moore? Like,
probably 21.
I don't want him to be out here on the Hunter Dickinson plan, is all I'm saying.
I mean, I'm all good with the Hunter Dickinson plan. What are you talking about?
I mean, you can't play in college forever. The Perry Ellis
Who
plan.
said you can't?
Yeah, I mean, he can.
I mean, you can. You can if you don't care about getting drafted. But
yeah.
Okay, what year?
I want to see Rod Moore play pro ball.
This will be his 5th year.
I don't know. I'd have to look. Let's look.
Last year was his senior year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was his true senior year, I think.
So this would be his 5th.
Yeah,
I believe.
So his first year was 2021.
That's what I thought, because he played as a freshman.
Yeah, so he'll be a 5th year this year, but he might get another medical. He might get a year of medical eligibility.
Yeah,
he needs it, because I know he wants to try to get a shot at the league, get that other medical year, and then try to come back 2026.
Yeah.
Because right now, hopefully, because I know he was probably trying to push himself last year to get back on the field. I know that hurt him to not be able to help his brothers. So I know he probably pushed it too hard. So they probably just got to be like, slow down, just slow down. You know?
Yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard, because you get the setbacks when you try to go too hard. You got to take it slow.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right, Wes Clark, give us your final thoughts. We can get to our next callers here, but man, it was good hearing from you, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Same likewise. Final thought. man, don't buy into anything coming from Spiro or Buckeye School, bro. Just let the thing happen. Let everything come out. Don't let them worry you or frustrate you. I wouldn't. I don't. I just look at it like I look at them as comedy, basically, at this point. So that's it. Y'all have a good one. Go blue.
Fair enough, West Quad. West Quad with the words of wisdom. Go blue, brother.
Yep.
All right, we got our next caller here. We got our boy Juju. What up, Juju? What up, man?
Yo, what's good? What's
What
good?
up?
How
Yo,
y'all
what up,
doing?
man? How we doing? All right on a Thursday night, doing the damn thing, bro.
Thursday cooking.
Hey, I like that Rob Moore topic. I was gonna go into that. Bro stole my thunder. That's crazy.
Oh, go for it. I mean, what's your thoughts on it, man?
I knew it was over when he had his second surgery. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
like a lot of people don't know that he had a second surgery.
right.
Like,
Yeah, and I totally had that setback, right?
this is why I kept saying if Rob Moore comes back, not when. Like, because if he comes back, that's our. Like, I think him, TJ Metcalf and Curtis are our best three nickel and safety positions. It's a big if. So I don't, bro. That's a big brace. That is a big brace, bro. I just don't see it. If I see him even on the field, maybe week 9, week 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
I stopped
rotation.
believing in it when they said I guess this was probably around the time he had the second one, but they said he hasn't ran. I knew it. You got to be football. You running into walls. You getting hit by a car going 25. That's what football is. And you got to be able to turn and trust your knee and do all those things that make these guys superhuman athletes. If you ain't running full speed yet, it's not likely you're gonna be ready for the year.
I mean, the only thing I am like happy for is that he's fine. Obviously, he's finally running, and more importantly, like he can not to full ability, but he can demonstrate. I mean, he's the smartest person in the safety room. I mean, he's not close. So
yeah, he does the homework.
He can demonstrate for everyone else and get them better, which I don't have any concerns in our safety room. Like he doesn't need to rush back. To be honest with you, he can take this medical year if he needs to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he allowed one more. Almost positive. So
yeah, I mean, and that's what I think he should do. Take your time. The safety room it's pretty loaded.
That was like the deepest room we got.
What's up with Jaden Mangum?
He's gonna play this year, especially with Rob Moore out. He's gonna play.
Yeah, and you don't think so? You know we rotate the safeties. So
yeah, a lot of people forgetting about Jacob Olden too, bro. Like
that's a big boy too.
He had trouble learning the playbook last year. I'm just not sure. You know, you don't hear his name a lot. Whatever the coaches talk about the safeties, you know. And
what's up with it?
I mean, why? I mean, he's gonna have time this year because we got a weak schedule. We're gonna have time for him to rotate. I don't know if his impact gonna be huge.
I mean, I would think
he didn't play much. He didn't play much last year.
No, not at all. I think he redshirted last
year. Yeah, he did. Yeah. So if he ain't got the playbook down by now, come on, Jaden.
Well, I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know if it's now. I just know.
But there was some concerns as well about his strength and conditioning. You know, it's not really up to par over there at Michigan State. Slight little jab, but it's not.
Here's a question I need to ask. If Rod Moore is not playing, who's our nickel back? Who's our safety? Are we going with the Brandon Hillman at nickel and Mason Curtis at safety, or Mason Curtis at nickel, Brandon Hillman at safety? What do you think it's going to be?
Ooh, I want, bro. You know, Wink loves a big nickel. Like he wants, bro. Makari, when he did that shit with Makari Page last year, it transitioned the defense.
All right, I'm gonna put Mason
I think Curtis has way more upside than Page did.
Okay,
true. But
so
at that nickel, the thing about that nickel is, are you a smart football player? That nickel has to be smart.
It remains to be seen. But if Wink of all people is trusting Mason Curtis there, I have no complaints.
I think Metcalf is going to be on that nickel.
I like him there too. It's going to be a rotation. Like this is a positionless defense, and to me, there really are no starters. That's how deep we are this year.
Yeah, those safeties always rotate. You know, we always rotate since 2021. We go 4 deep at safety usually if we can. Try to rotate all
Yeah,
of them.
2 deep. I mean, shit, we're 2 deep in every position but corner, and even that is starting to prove itself. Like that spring game was, no, it's so and so, but I liked what I saw. So
Yeah, I said 4 deep, 4-man rotation.
yeah, that's on the 2 deep. Yeah. TJ, did you see Andrew Williamson? Can I talk to you? He just clocked a 10-9 in the 100.
No, I didn't see that at all.
That kid's
Is that running back?
yeah, that kid is fast as hell, bro.
That's the one out of Michigan, right?
Grand Haven.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. No, I didn't see that at all, but we better like lock him up now.
Have you seen Andre Clark's tape?
Andre who?
Andre Clark. He's a corner or safety.
No.
He is very high in Michigan's board. That kid.
I'm looking him up right now. I'll be real with you. I've kind of checked out on recruiting because let's pull his huddle. Let's pull his huddle.
He's got Michigan high on his board too. He's very talented.
I've checked out because we're on their probation right now. There's just nothing happening right now.
Man, you know me. I'm always hawking, bro.
I'm not mad
probation or not. No, he's a dog. I think he's in the top 150.
Yeah, he's a one. I just looked him up. He's 179. He's 150 and 247. Here, I'll pull him up. So Michigan's trying to make a move with him right now.
Yeah, OVs. Like he said, Michigan's at the top right now. OVs are going to determine that. I know there's a couple people who are after him. I think his potential is pretty damn good.
Let's see what we got.
I think he's going to be a good safety too. Safe safety 2 pick in this.
How big is he?
6'1".
I don't know. He looks like he's 5'10", 5'11".
He's 6'1".
I don't know, Juju. It's not a Holden over there.
Man, he manhandled dude.
That's behind 5 yards. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, it looked like he held him, but I mean,
that was a hell of a play, though.
He high-fived it. I didn't even see that. He high-fived mid-play. Crazy.
I mean, definitely has. Let's see.
Oh, here we go.
On his hip. I mean, he's gonna make a play. I mean, he seems to have good vision, good play recognition.
I like that. I want somebody that find the ball.
Yeah, he looks like a hawk. Is what he looks like, a ball.
He plays wide receiver too.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like a wide receiver.
I know, bro. I had him tracked as a damn.
With the hit? Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely a smooth athlete.
There's no way he fight, bro. That is all of 6'1". Pause. I think he's a better.
I'm down. I'm down. I'm for it. He looks like a good athlete. Oh yeah, he's got good hands, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That kid. I thought he was a better wide receiver, and I wonder if they're tracking him as a wide receiver.
Was he coming? He's an athlete, yeah.
He's an athlete, but they have him stocked as a safety. But he makes more plays at wide receiver.
Yeah, he looked like he got speed to burn.
Ooh.
See ya.
Now get out. No, don't get hogged.
Hey, he got hawked a little bit.
Yeah, he's got a lot of wide receivers. I mean, he definitely he gets out of his break good.
That's just a breakdown in defense. Oh damn, yeah. I want him as a wide receiver. That's
really.
I think he's a safe pick.
If he's got hands like this, he's gonna be a problem.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I said he would be a good safety 2 pick. Like this is not the top of your board at safety. This would be a safe number 2 pick.
Yeah, that was nice play recognition.
He got a long highlight tape.
Yeah,
I see it. He be breaking off he be breaking them routes off.
Contested, but he's getting all these 50-50s. Fade route.
It's Andre Clark. West Quad's asking who it is. Andre Clark, DB out of Richmond. Here, I'll share it. It's this dude.
What class will he be? 2026?
2026.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Andre Clark.
He's gonna be a tough one to get, bro. Because I know there's a couple other people.
Where's he at? What state?
Virginia.
Virginia, look, got some hidden gems in Virginia. I know Virginia's in on it. Texas Tech.
Lamar Morgan's primary recruiter. It says Kentucky, Miami, Austin, Virginia Tech.
That shit don't tell the full story.
I know. Well, it never does. I don't. That's why I don't trust these freaking sites when it comes
I know
to that.
Texas A&M had reached. I know Texas A&M is gonna be hard to beat out if they actually push.
We'll see. Maybe it doesn't want to go that far away though.
That's true. Virginia's closer.
Yeah. So we'll see. All right. What else you got for us, Juju? Forget to our next caller, brother.
That was really it. It's kind of a slow week.
I know, bro.
There's not really much to talk
You
about.
still watching the spring game, bro?
I mean, I did not so much this week. I've been celebrating my son's birthday this week, so.
But do you plan on watching it again? Don't you?
Of course, man. Of course. There's still some things I ain't
got a problem, dog.
No, hey, look. No, hey, I'm a nerd for this shit. I got my whole notepad and notebook with names all over it.
Yeah, that's the way. I respect it. I'm not mad at it. Hey, let us know if you find anything new, Juju, all right?
I got you. Have a good night, bro.
All right, bro. Juju breaking down this spring game for the 25th time.
He's doing snap counts on every player.
Hey, I can't knock him for that.
You know what I should ask? There was something I wanted. Oh, Juju, count how many seconds Bryce Underwood has when he drops back. I was curious. I wanted to know that, but I wasn't gonna watch it again and do that. Shout out to Corey G though. What up, bro? How you doing, brother?
I like the three. One thing I did like about the spring game, the 3-step drops. That's what I like to see. 3-step drop. 1, 2, 3, ball out. Throw that fly, throw that slant, whatever it is, the timing. Get that ball out of your hands. Don't be holding on to it. 1, 2, 3, the timing. Get it out. That's something that I did like.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's get our next. I agree. He showed a lot of potential. All right, next call. We got AD in the house. He usually brings that heat. What up, AD? How we doing, brother? You're muted, my friend. Are you there? You sleeping? I think he's sleeping. All right, AD, I'm going to pull you down. Keegan's going to take your spot. Oh, he's back. What up, AD?
Oh, what's up, fellas?
You tell me, man. What's up?
Dude, Juju was right, man. It's been a slow week, man. I'm watching the playoffs right now, dude.
You're watching the playoffs? We watch basketball or hockey?
Dude, fucking Nuggets, man. They're about to make it a game 7 tonight.
Really?
I thought they had that game the other night, and I fell asleep on it.
That series has been awesome.
I've dropped out of NBA. My team lost. I'm out.
What do you watch? Hockey?
Nah, I don't have a team. I'm really just I'm in baseball mode right now, man. I'm a sad, depressed hockey and basketball fan.
Man, I've been to a bunch of Tigers games, man. The team's good.
Dude, they are good. That game last night, holy shit, man.
Dude, is hobby for real or what?
Bro, it's looking for real. It's still early though. I'm afraid to commit to it. I'm afraid to let my guard down, man. But he's playing like one of the best hitters in baseball right now.
And was center field what he was missing this whole time or what?
Bro, maybe. And what's crazy is what do we do when Parker Meadows returns? Because I don't want to move Javi. I don't know. I think you put Parker Meadows in like left field or right field or.
Well, you can't move Riley.
Yeah, I know Riley. So I don't know. Have your outfield be Meadows, Riley, and Baez?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Who's going out of the lineup at that point?
Well, who they just bring up? They dropped Young. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. But
was it Cole Keith?
No, not Cole Keith. You don't drop Cole Keith.
I messed it up. Like, why is he the DH? He's not even that good.
Cole Keith. All right, hold on. I know he's not having the best year, but last year he had a really good year. For his first year. Dude, they gave Cole Keith a big-ass contract, man.
Yeah, what's a big contract to the Tigers? $5 million a year?
Shit, these days. Money ball village, bro.
Dude, cheap-ass mofo. Didn't we have a $200 million payroll a couple years ago? What the fuck, man?
Yeah, well, I don't know. So last year Cole Keith had 260, which is like the modern-day 300 these days.
Yeah, that's not bad.
61 RBIs, 13 home for your first year. I mean, he had a pretty good first year. He's only 23. This year, it's not so great, but it's still early.
All right, fine. It's not Cole Keith. Who are we taking out then?
I don't know. I'm looking. Let me look. Let's look at the.
What is it? Babo, or whatever his name is?
Oh no, they just brought him up. Yeah, what is it? Kill Badu. They should probably drop a Kill Badu. I mean,
All
obviously.
right, yeah, fuck him. He can go back down.
Yeah, they added Badu. So yeah, we'll drop. But see, then you got to worry. What do we do when Matt Vierling returns? I know it's a Michigan podcast. Bear with those people.
There's no Michigan news whatsoever.
I know, dude. I'm all right. So I was telling Johnny this, and I guess I'll just share with everybody. I'm having a hard time, guys, because recruiting's dry. Because obviously we're going through this like little probation period we're in. There's no news like at all. All there is scandal.
Dude, I know. I'm fiending over here like a Dave Chappelle skit. Like, come on, man, get a recruit to sign, baby.
It's so
I'll
dry.
suck your dick, man.
It's tough, man. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like if you guys have noticed, our content is not getting ahead as much content. It's just a dry period.
We're on timeout right now, right? Like this is part of the punishment as well, right?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta admit, like this had to have been like Ward and them back channeling to the NCAA, right? Like this was all part of like, it's basically done now, right?
Burgergate's done. That's completely done. But now we have Signgate that's fast approaching, kind of.
It feels like Burgergate should have been done, honestly.
Wait, so was the 2-game suspension for Burgergate? I thought Harbaugh already did that suspension.
That's Signgate. No, the 2-game suspension, Signgate. The recruiting period we're in right now is for Burgergate. It's the end of Burgergate.
Jesus, dude. Like, when does this shit end?
Hopefully this is it. Hopefully after we get through this June hearing or whatever.
Yeah, fucking Valeni and Garrison and Shapiro, they're just loving this shit right now, too. They are.
Yeah, they're eating it up.
Yeah, so, but like, at the end of the day, too, it's not like any of this shit's like killing us either. It just sucks to go through it. Like,
it sucks not being able to recruit.
I think we'll be okay. I know like right now it sucks, but I think Michigan's going to get in high gear pretty quickly. I know the House bill is also messing things up.
Any update on Sean McGee staying, going?
Not gone. Nothing new other than he's still with us. So,
well, did Navy get anybody? Did they hire somebody or?
Let's see.
Yeah, probably not. Who the hell wants to go there besides Sean McGee?
You never know. Don't tell Garrison he was in the Navy. Let's see. Sean
McGee. I was in the Air Force. So what? I don't mean.
Were you?
Yeah. So what?
Yeah, you can talk trash to him.
Yeah, you're allowed to talk shit.
Man, so are you, dude. That's just, dude. He was probably. What did he do in the Navy?
Oh, I don't know what he did. Oh, he's a former. All right, McGee was a former naval officer.
Oh yeah, he was intelligence or something too. Like he was a big deal.
That's crazy.
Well, he's a smart guy. I met him one time at an airport. My sister lives in Maryland. I was coming back from the airport one time and I saw him. And dude, yeah, really smart guy, really nice.
You know what's crazy is if I type in Sean McGee to Navy, the video that we made is the first one that pops up. That's cool. I like seeing that.
John, are you watching Nuggets tonight?
Yeah.
Dude, who you got winning?
The Nuggets. I like the Nuggets. I do like the Nuggets.
I know, man. I'm a Joker guy. I'm a Westbrook guy. I like Jamal Murray, man. I like all those guys, dude. I'm rooting for them big time. And they canned their coach, man, like a week before the playoffs started, man. I'd like to see a team like that make a run.
I forgot they did that.
I know, dude, and they're doing this good. It's crazy.
I want them to win.
What's your thoughts on that Tatum injury, man?
Shoot, dude, he's out all next year, man. And I mean, KD came back and he's basically back to normal, and Tatum's younger, so I mean, I think there's a chance, but it'll take 2-3 years, And at least he got his chip, and he already got his second big extension. Like he's set for life. He's gonna have like $400 or $500 million when it's all said and done. So it's hard to feel that bad for the guy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, like the way I look at it is like the Pistons' path to number one in the East just got a lot easier.
Oh, boy.
Well, dude, I mean, everyone's talking like, dude, Giannis didn't say he wants a trade. They just said he's open to the. So is everyone in the NBA, dude. Like that was the biggest nothing story I've ever seen.
They should try to get Giannis. Pistons.
I think the problem is Giannis just looks so defeated in Milwaukee, bro.
Well,
Like,
all of a sudden, like
bench,
Lotto, man,
defeated.
they're all trying to make it out like the Spurs are the team to beat. Why? Don't you want a player? They don't have any players they're going to get back. Number 2 overall, you're not getting Flag. You're not going to get Vassal or something. That's not that great of a trade package.
Speaking of the San Antonio, fuck it, we'll just go down this road. Speaking of San Antonio getting the number 2 pick, how rigged was that lottery on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's been rigged,
bro. That lottery. That I know. Listen, I know. A lot of people are.
Did you
hear
Shaq's story?
No, it's not rigged.
No, did you hear what Shaq said back in the day?
No, what he said?
Yeah, he said when he was a rookie, he went out there and David Stern told him, he's like, hey, and it was, keep in mind, it was between Denver and Orlando. And he's like, hey, big fella, do you like warm weather or cold weather? And he's like, I like warm weather. And then the day of the lotto pick, right before they announced the number 1 pick, David Stern winked at him. And of course, it was Orlando.
Yeah.
All sorts of stories like that, dude. Like, name it. Like, dude, yeah, Chicago, dude, the Cleveland's like, oh, hey, LeBron might go back to Cleveland if he gets one more number 1 pick, maybe he'll go back. The
Cleveland lottery luck over those 4 years is the most improbable thing. That's when I realized the NBA was on some funny stuff, because it's just not mathematically probable. It's just there's no way.
What do you think, Johnny?
No, I know that stuff goes on in pretty much all the leagues. To promote, it's to promote.
Yeah, it's what's unfortunate. And there's people watching this who are like, you guys are crazy. They don't want to believe it because they don't want But here's something that people need to think about it. I'm not saying if you don't believe it, that's fine, but something to think about. These leagues are for profit, and they're trying to make the league. That's why the owners, people are like, oh, so all 32 owners or all 30 owners are in on it. Guess what? How much money did the what was the team that just sold for $6 billion? Was it Boston Celtics?
Yeah,
that's right. That's why. Okay.
I look at it like this too. To us, to regular people, fans, we look at the sports and stuff like, man, it's the integrity of the game and it means so much. To the owners,
right?
That stuff is a hobby. They play in real life DraftKings.
And that's what they're doing. And they're too busy to care, bro. They're running other shit typically.
Yeah, so it's all about money.
It is a hobby, bro, and it makes money by the month. Literally, like their value, their NBA franchise or whatever professional sports league that the franchise is gaining money. To be a sports owner, and the way that this shit's going global, like there's only so many. We got Blue over here for $4.99 super chat. Have you thought about contacting current and former players that have been guests on the show during this down period? Actually, Blue over John Diadamo actually after Tuesday's show literally said this is what we need to start doing because it is a down period. So yeah, we're gonna probably pick that up. I did have a player. I had a basketball player. There was a basketball player we were supposed to have on, but we'll see. I mean, he says yes, but I reached out to him on scheduling a time, but I just haven't heard back from him. So we'll figure it out. We'll get that we'll get that ball going. Definitely need to start doing a little bit more, considering things are so down right now, or not down, but there's just not a lot of news.
Who did Garrison interview or whatever that was he was talking about?
Well, Garrison has been working on. I got it right here. Hold on. So this player, Garrison's been working on this for like 3 weeks. I helped him on it.
Why?
Because all right.
Hey, you don't like Garrison either. I forgot.
The reason why is because I don't know if you know this, AD, but I'm the operations manager for the network. So Ohio State channel is under our network. So my goal is to make that channel as successful as Michigan, to be honest with you. That's a goal of mine. I want it to be successful because obviously it's good for the network, but also I think it'd be fun to talk shit. Like why not have another strong channel where we're just going at it with these clowns,
Johnny, you got to get that Steve guy, man. Dude, you think me and Garrison go back and forth? That Steve guy in your channel destroys Garrison.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Do you know that guy?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy's hilarious. He bodies Garrison. He's
terrified I think I saw
Steve,
that.
Man.
I think he was on your calling.
He's been following me for about 4 or 5 years now.
Oh, he's hilarious, man, dude. You got to bring him over to one of these. I got to get that guy a beer. He bodies Garrison. Garrison shuts the fuck up. It's great.
Yeah, he is like no nonsense with Garrison. I saw that shit.
Oh, it was great. Dude. And then Garrison's trying to be buddies with him. Like, I'm sorry, Steve. Don't be nice to Steve, guys. Don't yell at me anymore. He's so. Oh, it was great.
So funny. So the player was Luke Montgomery.
Oh, okay.
So the reason why, because they had to go through the university to get that. Or no. It was through Actually, I don't know if I should share it. But
well, dude, go get Trente Jones. He's like doing more Twitter and YouTube
he's
stuff.
Available. It appears. I know. We'll make it happen. We'll get a list of people. We'll reach out to them, see if they want to come on.
Dude, I'm sure he's got stories on the 2023 team, dude, and all that. Like that'd be a good one.
Who did he get?
Trente Jones.
Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery.
Yeah.
Did you meet Trente at the spring game?
I didn't meet him. I saw him though.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
taking pictures with everybody.
Yeah, he was right by us. Chase Winovich was right by us too.
I didn't see him.
He was right at the tailgate, bro. He was behind us.
Okay, yeah, I did see him.
Yeah.
I did see a lot of more former players at this spring game than you normally see.
Well, it was a big spring game, you know. I mean, we had 45,000 people there. It was actually pretty big.
Yeah, that's true. That's one thing we don't do enough, man. We don't bring like alumni and former players back around enough.
Yeah, I was talking about that for years. They didn't do that enough, and
do basketball too. Like rehang the Fab Five banners. Have a big reunion for those guys, man. Like,
what are we doing?
Dude,
what are we doing? Yeah, they do need to do that. It's time. It's time to acknowledge the Fab Five and bring that shit back.
Yeah, that was like 20 years. I mean, if we're gonna give Reggie Bush's Heisman back, we can give these guys their banners
back
and give them their glory.
Dude, end of discussion. Yeah, you just end of discussion, right? If you're gonna give Reggie the Heisman back, you better bring the Fab Five back.
Yeah, and give them a night. Give each one of them their props, man. We need to make that big as well, man. I don't want just like some little Ricky Tick bullshit either.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like Michigan's got so many, especially in football, like dudes with Super Bowls. Like Brandon Graham. Like I would like to see Michigan do something like Miami was doing back in their heyday, where all the dudes came back to make sure what's going on, the way we do things and all that, you know, between Brandon Graham, what's his name, Marlon Jackson, Alan Branch, Lamar Woodley, of course, Brady, Woodson, Ty Law, Amani Toomer, Mario Manningham. All these dudes got rings, got Super Bowl rings. Come home.
Right.
Come home.
I mean, hell, Braylon does a thing in Detroit sports. When do you see him around Michigan? Never.
He fell out with Harbaugh, or didn't he fall out with somebody?
Harbaugh's gone, dude. Harbaugh's gone, man. His day's done. Just whatever. We can't revolve everything around Harbaugh anymore.
No, I'm just saying that's why he fall out with him though?
I get it. But no, your point's valid, man. We got to bring back these guys, man, for sure. Brandon Graham would be make him the D-line coach or something, dude, or I don't know, something.
Yeah, even if they're just coming back to, you know, talk to the team and things like that. Yeah. I feel like make that a big thing, like, because guys want to go to the pros. Mm-hmm. Bring all those Super Bowl champions back. Invite them to come back. Make them, you know what I'm saying? Make them want to come back.
Well, that was the thing Urban always did on recruiting visits, man. He would have a whole hat of rings, and he would let the recruits try him on and shit. Like, Brandon, you come and bring your Super Bowl rings and let them try them on and that kind of stuff, you know?
Exactly. Like, we got all these dudes at different positions. Marlon Jackson's a safety. Mario Manningham's wide receiver. Lamar Woodley, edge rusher. You know? All these dudes. Alan Branch, defensive lineman. Brandon Graham, defensive lineman.
Well, also, man, like some of these other schools, these other schools, they keep like open lockers for current NFL players to come back and train. Why don't we do that? Like, let Dax Hill come back and Blake Corum and JJ and all these guys.
I don't know about open lockers, but I mean, we definitely need to have. I don't know. I mean, you at the spring game, there was Blake Corum was back in town. I think JJ was back in town. There was a bunch of people back in town, but they need to do more of that. You know, Michigan needs to do more of that, bro. You know?
Yeah, Woodson. We get Woodson more with the big noon kickoff, so he's usually around more now.
Yeah, that don't count. He's there for a job, dude.
Exactly. He needs to be around for real, not just because it's a job.
Yeah, we got to get that one. Just there's the names are limitless too, dude. Doesn't matter who, just bring them, dude. And Sherrone's the kind of guy who would organize that kind of thing, man. Like, yeah, like. Ugh. And by the way, hey, I still stand by. We got to give Sherrone a new contract, man.
A new contract?
Yes,
new
contract.
One. He got one last September. What do you mean? What does he need?
No, he needs to not be the 13th highest paid Big Ten coach.
What should he be?
Higher than Kurt Signetti. How's that?
Son of a bitch. AD, you're gonna drop this now, and we have so much to talk about now. What are you talking about? Actually, all right, here's what we're gonna bring Keegan up, and we're gonna have this conversation now. So let's bring Keegan. We're gonna pull you up here, buddy, because we only got 10 minutes left in the show, and AD just dropped a bomb on us. All right, so now we have this conversation. Let's look at where he ranks in the Big Ten. Let's look at this. So I'm gonna say this without knowing, so maybe I should wait till I know more.
Yeah, Kurt Signetti signed an 8-year, $8 million contract. Sherrone's making like $5 and
What
$5.5.
has Sherrone Moore done?
What has Kurt Signetti done?
Oh, I don't know.
He's done a lot.
It's like 1905.
Yeah, he brought his whole team over. Let's see what he does without them. Just like let's see what Dion does without Travis Hunter and his boy.
Bro, Kurt Signetti revived Indiana football.
They had 1 year. He brought his whole team over from them, dude. That is not proof of anything.
So you want to give Sherrone Moore a contract?
You know what Sherrone Moore's done? Back-to-back Joe Moore winners, the offensive play caller for a national title
Not as a
team.
head coach.
Dude, he revitalized the whole back office, tripled the size of the recruiting process, beat Ohio State, beat Alabama.
So you want to pay him
there.
on his past achievements? His past achievements are why he's a head coach.
And by the way, he's also taking the blows for all the shit Harbaugh left us here, man. Call it what it is.
He is.
Yeah, so reward him. And by the way, we were dicking around with this contract for like what, the first half of the season?
Yes. Well, from all offseason until the Texas game. After the Texas game, after he lost, they redid his contract because he became public.
Dude, it's just, make it right by this guy. He's our guy. We all know it. Just give him a Kurt Signetti contract. I don't need to make him more than that, but 8 years, $8 million, done.
8 years?
8 years. He's our guy. Yes, that's what you do.
You got to prove something for that long of a contract.
Mel Tucker got 10 years, $100 million.
Well, they just idiots for that. They just idiots for that now.
Okay, Mike Elko just went over to A&M and got like what? How much?
They spend money like they a rapper at the strip club.
Dude, $8 million is the new $5 million. Like that's just what above average guys get now.
I don't feel. Yeah, all right, right here. So we have a super chat that feels exactly how I feel. I love Sherrone, but he needs to prove he hasn't done nothing to earn a better contract, bro.
He does.
He just gave us the biggest upset in the biggest rivalry of all time.
That's
cool. Okay, well, what about his loss to Washington and Indiana? And your boy Kurt Signetti.
Yeah, okay. And he also won the Ohio State game without our best offensive and defensive player. And he beat Alabama.
But he had
I'm on board on this one.
He had some bonehead moments. He did.
Is he the guy or is he not the guy?
We want to find out before we back up the Brooks truck.
Yeah, he now has Underwood. Let's see how he does with that. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, well, the price is going to – I mean, what's his name? Venables is kind of on the hot seat over there at Oklahoma. What if they come calling? Hey, they don't want to pay you? Okay. And by the way, you're the first black head coach, and you're the only contract that guy was getting dicked around with. Yeah, it seems like Michigan likes to fuck with those kind of guys. Oklahoma, we'll bring you over. This is your home, man. We don't do that over here. We're not racist like they are.
Sherrone Moore has to prove that he can win Big Ten titles and get to college football playoff.
Okay, well, we don't have to prove that over here at Oklahoma. We'll take it right now.
Well, I mean, it hasn't. AD, you're doing speculative talk. It hasn't happened. What do you mean?
Oklahoma, I'm saying, what are we fucking around with here for, man? Like, this is how you lose the guy.
You gave him a contract last year, and you want to up him already.
No, first we gave him a contract after like week 8.
Who do you think he is? Dusty May?
I think he's the guy.
I'm not sold yet.
I'm not sold. So you're not sold. Sherrone's the guy long term.
So what's his current contract? What's his current contract?
5 years, $37 million. So, I mean, 5 years, 27. It's like 5.5 per year.
That sounds good.
It sounded good like 5 years ago. $8 million is the new $5 million.
All right, so
I don't know about that.
I'm telling you,
first time head coach.
Big Ten coaches. Just look that up. Big Ten salaries ranked. We're Michigan.
Right,
should be a top 10 head coach.
Let's ask the chat. Or actually, first let's do a vote out of the board. So Keegan, is your vote give Sherrone Moore a new contract or no? Yes or no? Keegan.
No.
Okay, Johnny, yes or no? New contract or no?
No, I'd have to see
All right,
like
so we're 3
another
against
year.
1 now. And Kinetic wants to vote AD for school president. Okay, I'm not mad at that. So then let's ask, trust the coaches, TJ. What does the new contract do with the coach? Oh, you're saying trust Sherrone. Trust Sherrone. I'm not there yet, man. All right, chat. Let's go. Yes or no, should Sherrone Moore get a new contract? I'm so curious. So we got Rashad saying no. Kinetic says he's all in.
Salute to Kinetic.
We make the playoff this year.
What's Marmar say? Is he watching this?
He hasn't been here tonight. Marmar ain't been
We
here.
make the playoff this year and next year. I'm right with you. Or maybe even next year.
So do it now. Don't mess around. Because
So
next year he's going to be a hot candidate for other jobs then.
Hey, drop the StreamYard link. Marmar text me. He needs the link.
Well, we're done in 4 minutes. So,
Oh, I got you. All right.
yeah, we didn't get to 100 tonight. So we're gonna.
I don't know. What are people saying? I'm not even seeing the chat.
So Lance Flory says yes. Cole says yes. I should keep count. With Corey G knows ball. Definitely need to see more. Jay Marion, yes. Mitten made. Not, is this the debate of the offseason now? Because we know our quarterback. Let's see. Douglas, my guy Douglas says no. My guy Tree says not yet. Oh, Roderick is calling us out. He says this is why my fan base is kind of weak, man. Coach Moore is it. He's that guy, bro.
Yeah, and and who got us Bryce again, by the way?
Yes, he does. Listen, I'll give him that. But, all right, 80. Do you not have any? All right, fuck it. Let's just throw it out here. All right, let me tell you where my concerns are. His in-game management had some moments last year. Like the Indiana game was a bad one, the way he did that timeout and all that. And then I also am concerned, and I've had other people bring this up to me, and I agree. Is it potentially possible he has blind spots on the roster? Like last year,
Right.
he left right tackle and quarterback the way it was, and then this year we see the same issue: wide receiver and left tackle. Is there zero concern here?
No, there's not zero concern, but let's see how fair you are. Make the case for him to get a new contract.
I don't think he should get a new contract, AD.
See, you're not fair, man. You're too biased.
Well, what's fair is he hasn't proven it, and he's a new coach, like
Yeah,
Johnny said.
he's 8-5. It hasn't done enough, man. I mean, this year will be a big year. Let's see.
He got us Bryce. He tripled the size of the recruiting department. He got us a general manager.
No one's arguing that he can't recruit.
Agree with all those.
No one's arguing that he won't be the guy, but we have to see like if he's successful.
Okay, first of all, the in-game coaching thing is probably the only way we took a step back from Harbaugh. And guess who's going to help out with that? Biff Poggi.
Well, not necessarily, because we had problems with the offensive line. We had Judy starting. That was questionable. We had the Evan Link situation, which Evan Link only let through one guy in the spring game, which was a linebacker blitz. So, like, we have to see
Grant
it.
Newsome.
We got to see it.
Bro.
Yeah, Grant Newsome.
The offense
talk
was
to Grant Newsome about that.
I didn't realize how polarized.
Well, he's the overseer.
This is a good
No,
topic.
he's the head coach. He's looking at 50 different things, not just the O-line.
Yeah, it's not Grant Newsome. He's the overseer of the whole program.
Yeah, well, Grant, he also has to give jobs to certain coaches, like offensive line, he gave to Grant Newsome.
Well, and he selected Kirk Campbell. So we just have to see if he's successful in longevity.
Yeah, he also got us Wink.
I know. I see your point, but it can go both ways. And so that's why I say I'm undecided.
Why he should. Okay, where does he rank as far as Big Ten coaching?
I'm saying he's undecided, or I'm undecided on that.
All right, that's a good question though, AD. Where does Sherrone rank? All right, so let me pull up all the Big Ten coaches.
I think it's 13th at Michigan.
You mean in contract? Okay.
Yes, contract.
Dude, the problem is they're not giving me the 2025 contract. I'm getting last year's. Here, let's look. I'll pull it up here in a moment. Big Ten football coaches contract salaries.
Hey guys, tip your bartender. Let's keep this going.
Shout out to Keegan, man. All right, let's look this up. So we have That's from May though. All right, this is November. Let's see if it's. I'll share it in a moment. I just want to make sure it's not blocked. Shit, it's behind a paywall. All right.
I can chat GPT the shit.
Highest paid Big Ten coaches. Oh, this is February 12th. All right, this is good. This is good. All right, I got it. I'll share it. I got it. Shout out to SI. All right, so we got Ryan Day at 12.5. We got Lincoln Riley at 10. James Franklin at 8. Dan Lanning. They don't Kurt Cinetti's new contract in here though. Luke Fickle, 7.7. Jonathan Smith's at 7. Kirk Ferentz.
Jonathan Smith is out earning him.
Well, bro. I mean, Jonathan Smith just got he just came from Oregon State and actually had a really good year there.
PJ Fleck is out earning him.
So it looks like I think. Okay, so Sherrone Moore is probably 15th in Big Ten. Because Kurt Cinetti, actually, he's probably 16th.
I called it 13th.
No, 16th. How's it 16th? If Mike Locksley's
He's right
14th,
there.
5'5" or 5'8". No, he's 16th.
The difference is who else is a first-time head coach.
Right.
Like
Wait,
these
Northwestern.
Dude, this is Michigan. To quote the
Johnny,
wise prophet.
Johnny makes the best point is you have to prove yourself to be a head coach at Michigan, and he hasn't done that as a head coach.
Okay, so what does he got to do? Win a natty?
Make the playoffs.
He's got to do something.
Bro, he's got to win 10-win seasons and get into the Big Ten championship and go to the playoffs, bro. He hasn't done any of that.
Okay, hey, Oklahoma, why don't you come on over here?
That's fine. That's fine. That's business.
Oh, great.
Like, he has to prove it.
Sherrone Moore, then what?
Hey, Oklahoma.
Shout out
That
to
don't make any sense, man.
Yeah, let's go get Ryan Walters over here. That's going to work out.
Just because Oklahoma can cherry pick him doesn't mean that Michigan should bow their head to take him. He has to prove himself.
Okay, that's why you don't score with the ladies, dude. This is how you wine and dine your coach, man. You give him the money now. You don't fuck around.
AD wants.
You're making a valid point.
He's got to earn the money, bro. He hasn't really done anything.
You don't just pay someone to pay somebody. That's bad business, man.
Dude, you guys are acting like he's been on the job 10 minutes.
He is, but what is he trying to go?
It's been a year.
When you get a new position,
and he got us Bryce.
But when you get a new position, can we be honest?
You got to get. He's got to get wins.
Ellison's the NIL got
Ohio State.
If the Ellisons did not, all right. AD, honest question.
In the ReliaQuest.
AD, honest question. If the Ellisons don't step in, do we get Bryce?
No.
No.
Hey, what's his nuts? Portnoy.
No.
Portnoy might have funded that. We don't know.
I don't know.
No, he didn't.
He was talking like $1 million.
We got a lot of money, dude. Okay, we got a lot of money before Larry Ellison came around. We love Queen Jolene. We love Larry Ellison. But, dude, we don't know. We don't know either way.
Okay. All right, so Keith Rebar, 10-hour super chat. Who beat 2 top 15s in their last 2 games? Let's see what he does. I agree. Let's see what he does. Keith Rebar thinks we should sign him, by the way. I agree. Let's see what he does. Another year. Let's see what he does. I'm not sold. I like Sherrone Moore. I do. But I'm not sold, man. I got to see it more.
Yeah. You know? And you asked me a yes or no answer, and I would have to answer no. But he does make a good point. Oklahoma could come calling, but that's not how you can look at this. It's business, and the facts is we lost 5 games last year, and we were not prepared, and that's what it is. So you can say that we finished well, but you don't have a large enough sample size to say this is the way that it's going to be from now going forward. You have to look at what actually happened. So that's why I agree with TJ and Johnny. It's not that you don't make a good point or that I don't believe in Sherrone. I do think that we want to keep Sherrone. So but you have to see it before you go into offering a new contract just because there's other people that might be interested.
Well, I could just I'm gonna say a lot of things about why we should keep Sherrone, and I will say those things. So once again, he got us Bryce, beat Ohio State, beat Alabama, and also context is king. Harbaugh rated the whole coaching staff, including our fucking strength coach.
Yeah.
Okay, he had 10 minutes to put his staff together. Somehow he was able to get Wink. Like that made up for the Kurt bad hire right there. He had no time in the portal. We didn't have any money at that time either. Thanks, Harbaugh. I mean, dude, contact
Where's
matters.
that Harbaugh's
8-5
fault?
was not all his fault. Was not because he's a bad coach.
That's why
He had
I
a
mean you make good
walk-on
points.
quarterback.
You make good points, but that's why everybody's like, we got to wait and see what the actual result is.
Right.
Yeah, he still got to show that he's a good head coach season
Right.
after season. And let's say you do throw him some money and then a new contract this year, and then Venables has a good year and he's not going anywhere. The hot seat is gone for him now because he had a good year. They made the playoff, maybe won a game or two. So then you just gave him some money, a new contract off of, he might go to Oklahoma, and Oklahoma's looking like we straight. We got our coach.
If
Yeah,
they
and
go to the playoff, like let me just talk for just 1 second.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
If they go to the playoff, they'll probably re-up the contract or renegotiate. But like you have to see it. You can't like pull a 7-year deal like Ohio State did just because they made the playoff and won the national championship. Like you have to, like, they're going to be in a world of trouble if they lose to Michigan again and then they make a playoff run. It's going to be the same rinse and repeat. You have to see it and how everything is working. Like right now we have reduced momentum, and I'm interested, like what I wanted to talk about actually when I called in is like, when is the recruiting restrictions over? Because you're going to see that momentum again, and then Michigan's going to fire away, just like TJ said, after everybody blows their budget, and they're going to be able to cherry pick people. But like you can't just like give somebody the nod just because they had a strong finish. Like he has to sit in there and be a proven head coach,
Yes.
which is not a normal thing. Like you can be a good head coach and then fail, and then you're just not a good head coach. That happens all the time. Like you have to have some consistency, and that's why they can't like offer anybody a great salary, because they have to earn it. And he's a first time head coach, so he has to earn it.
The important thing to remember is
hang on 1 second. He hasn't been a head coach yet. And this is his chance.
Yep.
So why would he leave to Oklahoma when this is his chance to really do something? There's no motive to go to Oklahoma, because if he goes right to Oklahoma, he's 8-5 at Michigan. He goes to Oklahoma, and then he's got to rebuild that. Then he's fired. There's no incentive to do that.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Money.
Buddy.
Money.
Money doesn't matter if you're fired after your first year, because your proof of performance.
Money doesn't matter in the world, guys. I didn't know. Money doesn't matter. Wow.
All right, so we got Keith Rebar, who is on Team AD. He says Dan Campbell won 6-2 in his final 8 games. Should we have not signed Dan Campbell? Trust Moore. And then we have more.
Salute to Keith.
Wait, did I get all these? Hold on. We beat two top 50 teams in the last 2 games. Let's see how he does. I think I might have read that. Lance Florio gifting a membership. Shout out to Lance Florio. Appreciate you. Tree Dog $99. Now Tree Dog, I believe, is on Team Keegan, Johnny, and TJ. If you commit now, the buyout goes up if he stinks. Like AD, here's the thing though. Here's the thing in business, right? All right, whatever. I shouldn't have said that. But here's the thing, right?
It's business though.
Why would we rush a contract if we don't need to?
To be proactive, to make sure you don't lose the guy.
At this point, if I'm Michigan, it don't hurt to lose him just yet.
Yeah, I agree.
You got to show me.
Wow.
You can get anybody.
This isn't me. This is if I'm Michigan higher ups, this is what I'm thinking.
Listen, on a scale of 1 to 10. All right, let's do this. Let's do a scale. All right, this is actually a great question. And I know we're over the hour, but this is just a little fun right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, how sold are you on Sherrone Moore? 10 being I'm sold, extend him. Okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, Keegan. 1 being hell no, he's got to go. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you, Keegan?
I'm at a 8 with Sherrone Moore, but
Okay.
it's not a financial question to me. As far as like if I think he's going to succeed as a head coach, I'm at an 8.
Okay. Johnny, where are you at? Scale 1 to 10.
7.
I am also a 7. AD, where are you?
Dude, I'm at a
11?
I'll say I'm a 9. I'm calling it a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
I thought you were for sure.
Well, dude,
right.
I mean, look, the in-game
But we're
coaching,
not
yes,
far.
we
I'm
took
a
a step
7, you're a
back.
9, bro.
Yeah, we took a step back. I need a little better timeout usage, okay, and maybe a little bit of play clock management. Dude, he's a program builder, dude. Like, that's what he does. We got Biff Hoagie for the in-game shit to teach him a little bit more. Yeah. Give him time. If he
I'm
still waiting to see the program build. I got to see this offense be a legit offense. That offense was abysmal under his watch.
All right.
And last year we gave him the grace of the Sherrone. We know we've seen him cook with hardball. We've seen it. He's going to take over the play calling, which he did not for most of the year. And it had us scratching our heads. So it's this year. I'm gonna keep it real, AD. This is show up because I ain't got no problem going nuclear week after week if I have to.
Dude, first of all, he got us Bryce. He gets to be the coach for as long as Bryce. No, I'm saying he gets all 3 of Bryce's years. I don't care what our record is. You get all 3 of those years, dude. I don't give a shit what the record is.
Well, to be fair, he didn't get us Bryce. The money and the fan base, plus Sherrone being a black player or coach probably helped. And he is a good coach. Nobody's like calling in race into that decision, but it helps, I think, with black players. But yeah, so but we have.
Sherrone Moore's a player's coach. We know that, And
Harbaugh didn't really recruit Bryce, though, also, right?
Okay, Larry Ellison didn't also call Bryce. Okay, Sherrone Moore facilitated that whole thing.
Look,
well,
80, but I cannot extend a coach off of just landing a 5-star quarterback, man.
Yeah, that's you got to show up and show that you're going to develop this dude and make him into a Trevor Lawrence or a Cam Newton or a Vince Young, somebody that's leading to championships.
Okay, I keep repeating myself with the Bryce. You guys keep repeating yourself with this. I got to see it. See what? What exactly? Give me a metric.
Playoff
number.
8-5.
8-5. I need to see Sherrone Moore get us to Big Ten championship in the playoffs. And how does he coach in those high pressure games? Now we've seen him do well against Ohio State and Alabama, but let's see him do well when all the cards are on the table. When it's back against the wall and it's do or die games. Ohio State wasn't do or die. Alabama game wasn't do or die. That bowl game wasn't a playoff game. Okay, let me see how, and then also let me see how you do an in-game to make sure you don't make any unfortunate errors like you did against Indiana and some of the other games where you're making poor rotational choices with players like forcing Donovan Edwards when it should have been Khalil Mullins. And if it is Tony Alford, get Tony Alford in line.
I still need a metric, man. Give me a metric.
8-5 is the metric.
I need at least 10 wins in playoffs. That's what I need.
Yeah.
That's my metric.
That's a fact because you probably need 10 to get in.
All right.
So make the playoffs and get the contract, right?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
That wouldn't bother me. The goal is to get in the playoffs so we can win another championship.
Playoffs. Get me in the playoffs. Playoffs are the standard. You do that, you get an extension, no question. And you can't choke in the playoffs either. Give me a good showing.
Because
get the man. Now we're adding bullshit on here. Come on now,
bro. If we have a game, if we play like Oklahoma does in the playoffs, that's not good enough,
dude. 22-point underdogs on the road, and we win 13-10.
I know, but AD, if I get in the playoffs and I lose by 20, I'm not happy.
You can't throw away the rest of the season either. Like we sucked for half the year.
Yeah, so did Wink, but we get better. Good teams get better as you go along.
All right, so here's the kinetic question. TJ, answer this. What other Big Ten coaches, flipping Bryce Underwood again, Ellison's beating Alabama, beating all of our rivals in his first year? Okay, but what other head coaches are losing to Indiana, Washington, and fucking
Illinois?
Anybody who has a walk-on quarterback.
Well, whose choice was that? He didn't go in the portal. That's a Sherrone Moore problem.
Take a little longer going to the Chargers.
He could have did April portal, man.
Dude, we had no money.
All right. Well, okay. All right. Then Michigan. Then AD. Let me ask you this honest question: why do you think Michigan didn't go for a left tackle and a wide receiver in this portal?
Who?
Michigan. Why didn't we get another wide receiver and a left tackle this portal?
Who's the wide receiver you wanted?
Nitro Tuggle.
Who? What?
Nitro Tuggle. He left Georgia. He went to Purdue, I think.
I thought you were gonna say Branch. I don't know.
I don't want Branch. Branch
I
is
don't
over.
know. I guess Sherrone Moore should be fired then.
You said
no. We
All right,
just
how about
wanted to
AD,
get in the playoffs.
AD, we will see next season. We'll know. I mean, not that we'll know. We'll have a much better idea next season, though. Okay.
Fair enough.
We'll see. AD, call us out if you were right. Okay.
Well, I'm happy I could bring a spirited debate to this.
You did.
program.
This was a good freaking debate, bro. I didn't realize how polarizing this was, but there's no doubt that half the I would say 60% of the fan base says no, but 40% is passionate and says yeah, and maybe it's 50-50, and I'm wrong. But it was a good ass discussion, AD. You brought a lot to. I really appreciate you bringing that to the table. That's something we're going to be talking about probably all offseason. So good question.
Marmar's on my side too.
Okay. That's cool. We'll talk about it more. All right, guys. Well, we're 15 over, but it was a good time. You know, we.
Hey, Johnny, Johnny, one thing on your next
You're
live, man. You got to ask my guy Steve what he thinks too, man. I want to know his opinion because that's my guy, dude. He's hilarious.
Yeah, I'll probably lead the Sunday calling show with that question.
This is the question of the offseason now, bro.
You're welcome,
I didn't
fellas.
realize. All right, hey, Keith. Well, how about this, AD? Give us your final thoughts before we get out of here, brother.
Dude, salute to both of you guys, man. Hope you guys have a good night. Appreciate you keeping us up to date with everything Michigan. You guys are both awesome. Big fan of both you guys. Hopefully I can meet you guys real soon. And stay blessed. Go Blue.
Absolutely, AD. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Go Blue. Shout out to AD, man. He always brings the fire and the passion, man. I love it. Keegan, talk to us. What's your final thoughts, brother?
Yeah, that was a good discussion. That wasn't anything that I wanted to talk about, but it was a good discussion, and I appreciate AD, even though I agree with him and also disagree with him. I am for Sherrone Moore, but like when we get into like raising a salary before it's necessarily proven, and that's a gray area, I would disagree with that, just so that he doesn't go elsewhere when we have a lot of money to get anyone that we want. The whole thing was about keeping the culture, and the culture was what was winning games. So it comes down to winning games, and so we had a 8-5 regular season, right? I would disagree with the notion to give a raise after what we experienced last year.
Yeah.
But if we have success next year, which I do project that we will, I would assume that that would happen if it. I don't know the inner workings of the business of it, but if that is the way that it is, I would expect a raise if we go to the playoffs, and I do think that we will go to the playoffs, and I think that minus the potential losses over the crazy NCAA stuff that we may have coaching stuff going on that could hinder the results. I do expect really good results next year, and I think most people that would argue with AD would agree with that projection. So that's where I'm at. So I appreciate y'all. Thanks for taking my call, and also Johnny, congratulations on your newfound role here. Just wanted to say that publicly, and we appreciate you and everything that you do for the community.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Keegan. Shout out to you, man. Have a good night, brother. All right.
All right.
Go Blue, Keegan.
Hey, real quick. Go up to this Notre Dame fans comment.
For this one? This one?
Yeah, Sherrone Moore has 0 wins versus Notre Dame. This dude makes me sick. Marcus Freeman has no wins over Ohio State. Sherrone Moore has 2. Marcus Freeman doesn't have a win over Northern Illinois either. He doesn't have one over Marshall either, does he? This is just sad, boy. Notre Dame fan, y'all aren't back. You have nothing to go into the Natty. You don't get to talk trash like you won the Natty.
Yeah, you fucking lost.
You lost. And I know you. See, you were saying that y'all was going to run y'all man defense, and Ohio State hadn't seen a defense like y'all. Y'all was going to run man all game. We got the best secondary in the country. In mid-second quarter, y'all were looking like y'all were cooked all the way. Cooked. Burnt to a crisp. Ryan Day took his foot off the gas, and y'all got back in the game. But that first half, y'all were barbecue chicken. Finger licking good.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I hear you, bro. Like, I mean, does Marcus Freeman have any wins against Michigan?
No. We ain't played him.
Exactly.
He ain't been a head coach since he went from OSU to Notre Dame, right?
Yeah.
So he probably had some as an assistant.
Yeah, I want to show some love here to our guy Cole. He said Sherrone Moore had 3 months to construct a roster and staff. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, which is why everybody gives Sherrone Moore a 1-year pass. But we need to see it. I need to see it in year 2. I need to. You give me 10 wins. You give me the playoffs. Then yeah, I'm down to give him an extension and a pay raise. I have no problem with that. But like, I'm not a believer in just handing out money before it's shown that they should be.
That's a fact.
Like, he hasn't shown it yet, and he's had too many question marks. Like, there's a lot of question marks. Roster building. I'm still concerned about roster building. I have 2 glaring holes that I'm not comfortable with right now. Staff selection. Okay, like, we'll see how some of these new additions do, but Chip Lindsey hasn't done it yet, guys. We got to see how this offense fully. I do like Chip Lindsey, but we got to see it, right? The Kirk Campbell selection, I will give him the benefit of the doubt because I think he trusted Kirk Campbell. But I think Sherrone Moore did learn from that. I'm hoping he learned from that. But then you have to ask, well, what's going on with possibly Brian Jean-Marie? His recruiting's been suspect, although I will say the linebacker plays was better. But Grant Newsome, is Grant Newsome the guy for the offensive line? Because our offensive line was a question. I mean, that's a question. How about the Ron Bellamy? Is Ron Bellamy the guy at wide receiver coach? I'm not sure, right? So,
he's made some adjustments. Like, what's the guy's name he brought back from like the 90s to help?
Campbell, Sue Campbell.
Yeah, and this isn't to say that Sherrone isn't looks like a good coach. We know he's recruiting. We see he's making adjustments, but making that roster as best as possible before the season starts is something you have to do. Because if those holes turned into weaknesses during the season, I'm gonna be on your head. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be on his head. And whether we got Bryce or we don't have Bryce, the goal is to have Bryce looking like one of those dudes, not just a regular dude looking like Trevor Lawrence. Why do I say Trevor Lawrence? That's a champion. Why do I bring up Vince Young? That's a champion. Why do I bring up Cam Newton? That's a champion. And they're kind of built like him. So when we get, you have Bryce Underwood, the job ain't done yet though.
Right.
The work just started. Now it's time to put in that work and turn Bryce Underwood into something serious that's going to lead to championships. I don't care about the Heisman. I want the championships. So that's what we need to see, that you're getting and building toward winning another championship. I don't want to go back to how it was where I was mad every year. Those days is done.
Facts, bro. Exactly. Like, this is a results business, man. 8-5 ain't going to cut it. I'll tell you this right now, if we have another 8-5 year, this fan base is gonna go nuts. This fan base is gonna be pitchforks, bro.
They ain't gonna turn on them.
They're gonna call out regents, ads, and coaches. I promise.
Because we
go on.
Because we what you call it? Because we were kind of mad last year. Mid last year, we were hot,
bro.
And then we got Bryce. We beat Northwestern. We beat Ohio State. We beat Bama.
And then it was all good.
It turned. But let us go on a losing streak this year. All those feelings, they're going to churn back up. They ain't left. All those feelings going to churn back up, and we're going to be looking at Sherrone sideways like, all right, brother, what's happening?
Right. And then Cole here. And like, listen, I don't know if we're being heard, but like he goes, when you first started podcasting, did you have it perfect, TJ? No one has something perfect right away. Sherrone has made the best out of an awful situation. We're not disagreeing with that. We're all good with last year. Like all right, lessons learned. We learn, we grow. Show me what you got this year. Nick just put us $5 away from another hour, but we might as well just fucking go another hour.
He just made me kill it.
You know, I'm not gonna like end it with $5 to go. The community's trying here, brother. You know.
Yeah, I see him. All
right, you guys want to go? We can go. All right, we'll go. Let's go. All right, all right. Nick just said fuck it. All right, we're here. All right, we're here. All right, Link, we're going, boys. Nick, hey, shout out to Nick. Everyone give Nick some love. Nick Collin, your first caller. Call him, brother.
Let me get another drink.
Chat, by the way. All right, boys, we're going another hour. Nick just made it happen. Shout out to Nick, man. Let's he didn't even say any words. We'll just leave it here. Our lines are empty, by the way. So first callers get in, but if Nick does call, he's got priority. Juju says I'm next. Juju said I'm next. We'll bring Juju up. What up, brother?
Hey, you can pull Nick up first, man. If
he's getting called in yet. If Nick calls in, he's on.
Man, bro, you right. We talking about the Sherrone Moore extension and shit.
Yeah. All right, this is where we are. So let's talk it out. Let's talk it out, family. Talk to us, Juju. What's your thoughts on this?
Man, I ain't giving that man another fucking dime until he fucking proves that shit. Not a fucking dime. Not one, bro. There's no way. Like, look, yes, he did only have 3 months to construct a roster. That's correct. Do I believe there was any better quarterback? Who knows, bro? Like, I do think he trusted too close to home because it's what won him the championship.
Yep.
That same formula.
That's what killed him. I think Kirk said, I can make these guys. I really think he went all in trust with Kirk. Kirk was like, I can make them better. Yeah.
But if you want to have, like I said, I think I said it on a different show. It might have been on this show in the chat. If you want to have a real uncomfortable conversation, Sherrone Moore was calling plays in Harbaugh's offense. I don't think he's that creative of a mind. I don't. Just don't.
I'll give you that.
Oh, no. I don't know if I will give you that because, dude, how was the offense before Sherrone Moore took it over, though? When Sherrone Moore
it was the they had the fucking offensive coordinators and
Matt Weiss was trash.
Matt Weiss.
He was trash.
Look, we got one of the best running backs and the best quarterbacks that we've ever had. It took us over the top. I mean, look at this year. Obviously, you didn't have the talent anywhere, but look at this year. Do you think it could have been more constructed well? And do you think he had his hand in that offense? I do. I personally do.
You think so?
And yes, the wide receivers are open. You can't account for what the quarterback's going to do. The talent was it was bad.
I'm not going to lie. For me, watching Sherrone over the couple years with Matt Weiss was trash with his short yardage and red zone. He was trash. I'm sorry. But 2023, when it was just Sherrone, and I don't know if this was partly because of Harbaugh, but his script plays, like that first 15.
Yeah.
Beautiful first scripted plays. Beautiful. Now, the middle of the game, he'd get into a lull, it seemed like. He even did it in the Bama game, did it in the national championship as well. Those first 15, good, great. But then that middle, and then it comes to fourth quarter, it seems like he'll pull out his best plays and get it going. Okay, everything's on the line, and he'll pull a rabbit out of his hat. I'll give him that.
I can't, bro. It goes back to the base offense of Harbaugh. Like, he can script. Them scripted plays are great, and he can have his own mind within the Harbaugh offense. I just think he 100% needs help in that area. I don't think he's creative enough, and that's why he went and got a veteran OC where now he doesn't have to be. I don't think he has to be in that room at all. Like, you can leave Chip alone. Like, let him do his thing. Chip is proven, bro. He's done it at different levels, and he's done it with worse talent than we have. So I just think he's good now. Like, he can be a CEO.
Do you want him to get this contract extension?
Am I pulling for him? Absolutely.
This year. The question was
this year? Man, let me wash my mouth, bro. No, bro. Like, what are we doing? This is the University of Michigan, bro. Like, it is the University of Michigan. I'm not settling for, we have first 4 rounders again. There was so much that went into this, and the context does matter, but I'm not giving him extension when we haven't proven anything. This is a weak schedule. We upgraded in every area, minus left tackle, which might progress, might digress. We don't know yet. Every other area has been upgraded. Now what are you going to do? What do them game time decisions look like? It's on him now. He made all the hires necessary. Now it's on him.
I put a poll in the chat. The chat will let us know, even though we've already done some we've done some polls, but this one we'll see. The poll is, should Michigan give Sherrone Moore a contract extension? We do have Keith Rebar, Garrison, and Kinetic on the line, but we'll get to you guys in just a minute. Nick, whenever you call in, though, you're a priority. You're moving to the front of the line, so just heads up on that. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Juju. I just feel I got to see more. I need more of a sample size. Show me you've learned from last year. Show me that you have this team not only strong on defense, but this offense is competent and can get us points. And show me you can get us to the playoffs, because it is a 12-team playoff, guys. We should be in the playoffs. There's no reason we should not be. There's no reason we should be in the playoffs.
If we don't with this schedule,
you gotta get in.
Schedule with this schedule. Exactly, Juju. Exactly. With this schedule, there's no excuse, bro.
Look, yes, there's and like we have 6 road games and 6 home games. I'm not saying that the road games won't be tough, but I keep going back to, we know what this defense is going to be. And Wink is in year 2, and I can't fathom us not having a better. It's just impossible not to have a better offense, bro. So you take that with a good defense and the best kicker in America. We'll see with punter. I mean, I'm buying that stock. Like, I'm taking the over on whatever they got us. 8.5, I think it is. I'm taking that with this schedule, without a doubt.
I'm at 9. I'm at 9 right now. I'm hoping to be wrong, though. I want 10.
I just think we can't. There's no way that with this schedule you go worse than 9-3. I will burn that bitch to the ground if we go worse than 9-3.
Yeah, Keegan, we made it. We made it to a second hour, buddy. Thanks to Nick. Saint Nick. That's his new name, by the way, Saint Nick. That's the new name, community, is Saint Nick. But anyways, yeah, we made it to the second hour. Shouts at. Maze wants to call in. So I'm putting the link in the chat. We already know Maze. Just call in, brother.
Pull them all up.
Yeah, we will. We might have a big group of people up here. We got a bunch of people waiting. But Nick is priority if he calls in. Anyways, all right, Juju, give us some final thoughts here. We'll move on to some other callers. But actually, let me read the super chat. So we got Tree Dog here, $1.99. Moore called the final drive against Bama.
That's true. That's why I say he pulled it out.
Yeah, of course. I'm not saying that he didn't have great calls. He did it out of the base of Harbaugh's offense, though. We seen when he wasn't there. He had his hand in the cookie jar of Kirk Campbell. You gonna tell me he didn't? Lies.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. He's got this year to show us. I mean, it's what it is for me. I got to see it. This
is the first year of judgment for me. I said it last year, TJ. I said it, bro. I said I'm not judging him this year. You can't. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm. But all that pain and anguish, I'm telling you, it's right there.
It's right there. Better show up.
We lose a couple that we ain't supposed to, and all that anguish from last year, it's gonna bubble right back up,
man.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna all right, Juju. I'm gonna get to our next caller here, brother. You want to give a final thought?
Nah, that was it. I heard that Sherrone Moore contract, and I started bubbling, bro. She started angering me, so I had to come up.
Fair enough, Juju. Appreciate you, brother. I'm sure we'll hear from you next week.
Yeah, for sure.
Go Blue. Maybe even next hour. I don't know. We get one. All right, I'm going to pull up Keith Rebar here. We'll do a 5-minute call with Keith, and then I'm going to pull up a committee of people. I got Garrison and Kinetic and Maze Madman waiting patiently. Keith, what's up, brother? How you doing? What's on your mind?
Hey, I could be better.
You could be better. What's going on?
Oh, the negative recruiting that's going on. We lost out on Cantwell. Hyder looks like he's going to go to either Ohio State or Oregon. And
we'll see.
This squad this suckwad administration we've got at Michigan is
Yeah,
just kissing ass with the NCAA and the powers that be in the national political arena, and they want to put down Michigan athletics to try to make their academic programs look good. I'm part of that machine, and it's a great academic school. But the powers that be in that university don't like Michigan football stealing their thunder.
I don't think it's that. I just don't think they're built for it, bro. I just don't think they're built to go to war with the NCAA. I think they're very passive. I am no longer on board with the Michigan administration. I'm official after the way things were handled recently. I'm very the way things were handled with when Harbaugh was here, the way things were handled with our president who just left for Florida, the way things were handled right now with the Sherrone Moore suspension. I don't know. I'm just kind of not happy with it right now. I feel like the administration's a little soft.
I just hate to think that we lost out on Hyder and Cantwell because this administration wouldn't fight it, find out who took Stallion's personal laptop illegally, and what role OSU had in digging up this dirt in cooperation with one of the regents. All that should have been brought out in court, and this would have looked like a malicious prosecution and the judge would throw it out.
So, Keith, just so you know, Cantwell, we probably were not getting. He got like $2 million from Miami. We weren't doing that. That was not going to happen. Miami went crazy with Cantwell. That's like the highest paid offensive tackle ever.
Do you think Jolene would have done it?
I don't, because we did Babaloa and Ty Haywood last year. I just don't think. I think if it was maybe year one, if we didn't get Babaloa and Ty Haywood, maybe, and then when it comes to Hyder, I don't think it's over yet. I think once this dead period is over, I think you're going to see Michigan kicking into gear. Is what I think. I hope. I mean, there is some hope with that, but I can't imagine they're not. Official visits are coming. They know we only have like 4 kids committed right now. I think Michigan's going to get in very high gear very quickly. Is my thoughts. That is an assumption.
I think we're slipping on some big recruits, and
we are slipping. We can't contact them. We are slipping. There's no doubt we're slipping right now. There's no doubt about that.
Yep, and it's all attributable to our own administration.
Well, I mean, we had to do this for Signgate, though. This was agreed to with the NCAA. This is to end Burgergate. This was to end Burgergate. We had to do this. This was the punishment, man. It's what NCAA gave us. But to be honest, though, Keith, this 4 weeks, it really isn't that bad. This is like the 4 weeks you want to have because we just did official visits with spring ball, right? We're going to get official visits in June, into May, into June. So, I mean, if there was a time to have a dead period, it's right now.
All right, and
we're just gonna ride through it. I think
if we lose Cantwell and Hyder, that's an awful high price to pay.
Hyder's the one that would be bad. Cantwell, I haven't felt good about that one. For the offensive line class for Michigan right now, like if we land Malachi Lee, we land shit. Let me pull up my sheet. If we land Malachi Lee and we land Marky Walbridge and Leo Delaney, we're fine.
Do you know Trevor Keegan was recruited as a tackle by Michigan?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I do remember that.
And they said, well, we're starting to take the 5 best players. So what you do is you get Balboa, Cantwell, and Haywood. You move one of those to guard, and you got the best. You got the Joe Moore offensive line again.
Yeah.
That's what we did with Keegan. We moved him to guard. We had the best offensive line in college football.
Yeah, when they moved Barnhart to guard and they had Trente Jones at right tackle, that was a Joe Moore quality offensive line the year after.
Yeah. Zinter's the only guy that was a guard all the way through, but he was just a stud from being born like this Bear guy that we're getting. I think I saw Bear in Gruden's QB room. I think Bear was being the center for that team. That was pretty cool.
I don't know. I'd have to see it. I didn't see it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure on that. But all right, Keegan, give us your final thoughts here. What's your
Okay.
Yeah.
My final thought is this. What's the first step to making the playoffs and making a run in the playoffs? What's the first step this year?
We got to beat Oklahoma.
Actually, we got to beat New Mexico.
Okay. First
The
game,
second thing we have to do is beat Oklahoma.
Okay. What's third? Central Michigan?
Beat Chippewas.
Okay.
One game at a time.
We got
That's
12
right.
steps, what you're
One
saying.
game at a time. And I know Sherrone knows this, and Sherrone's going to take us there.
Okay.
So
I hope you're right.
if we follow those 12 steps this year, we're going to be in good shape.
So is this the 12-step program for Sherrone Moore?
Yes, it is.
All right.
It's for every coach in major college football.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
Let's see how he does. Let's see how he does, Keith. Let's see how he does. But all right, buddy. Appreciate you calling in. Thank you for the super chats. We appreciate it. I'm sure we'll hear from you next week.
All right. Go Blue.
Go Blue, Keith. Good man, Keith. All right. Now I'm going to bring up Garrison, Kinetic, and Maze. Who knows where this is going to go, but let's have a good time anyways. Garrison, how we doing, buddy? Kinetic, how we doing, buddy? Maze, Madman, how we doing, brothers?
Good evening. Go on, go Blue.
What's up, boys?
What's going on?
Do we have an opinion, Garrison?
Oh.
Not you. Not
Yeah.
you. Oh, is your flag falling? Is that an omen?
Yeah.
That's a sign. That's a sign you
That's
should
a
get rid of
sign.
that thing.
Yeah.
Burn it.
Your banner's
There we go.
dropping. All right, so Maze and Kinetic.
After the American Navy flag, that's the next important thing I got, so I ain't burning that.
All right, there you go. All right, so Maze and Kinetic, let's get your thoughts first. Sherrone Moore extension, where do you stand? Kinetic, I kind of know where you stand. Maze, Madman, you go first. What's your thoughts on this? Are you aware of this debate right now?
Yeah, I am. But I just was listening to like you and Juju and other people. And by the way, when I voted in the poll, the consensus was no, he shouldn't get an extension. And I'm calling BS, man, because I stood in the paint and said that Dusty Baker, especially at the time that Dusty Baker was up, got the extension, did not deserve that extension at all. Right. And everybody was, blah, blah, blah. And we got to keep him because, Indiana's going to move on from Mike Woodson or whatever the hell, bro. And it is all trash and it's BS. This dude has been at Michigan for, during this entire run. Right. He was the offensive line coach that won back-to-back Joe Moore awards, by the way. Then the OC. Right. And now the head coach, he's paid his dues, and people are on the fence on whether or not he should get an extension, bro. He went 8-5 with Davis Warren as the quarterback. There was literally a Make-A-Wish kid playing quarterback for Michigan.
Buckeye killer.
He beat Ohio State in Columbus. Anybody that's on the fence, anybody that voted no, I want y'all to stay over there. And that's to all Michigan fans. Like, if you are a fan of this channel, my channel, stay over there, bro. Okay. And then and bring your Dusty May loving asses. Stay over there. Right. But anyway,
let's have the debate because it's obviously.
I laid out what I needed to lay out, bro. And if there's any question about it, you know where to find me.
So you saying he should get an extension this year?
Hell yeah. I'm saying if he wants an extension tonight, they should give it to him tonight.
They should give it tonight, yeah.
Maze, let me say this though. The difference is Dusty has proven himself as a head coach. Sherrone Moore is not.
Dusty May hadn't proven shit at Michigan.
I disagree. I think Sherrone's proven everything as much as Dusty May.
Dusty May hadn't proven a thing at Michigan, except that he could be better than the guy who was going around slapping other head coaches. That's it. And by the way, the bar was in hell, bro. All he had to do was wake up in the morning and get out of bed.
Hold on, Garrison. I'll let you go. But all right, Dusty May got Florida Atlantic to do March Madness runs, had Florida Atlantic into a very good team. Mm-hmm. Dusty May comes to Michigan, puts Michigan in contention to win the Big Ten regular season title, does win the Big Ten tournament, and does another.
Moose, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, Moose. Because I got the DM where you said you weren't even going to be in these things anymore because you were so in the toilet about Michigan's recruiting. Chill out, bro. All All right,
Dusty May is a good coach. So he got the extension because another team was calling, right? I know it was Indiana was lurking. Okay, they were going to try and make a move. That's why Michigan made that proactive move. It's potentially possible if Oklahoma does move on from their head coach and they want to, and Michigan may counter and make a proactive. But in my opinion, let me ask you this though, Maze. Everyone brings up the Joe Moore Awards, the offensive coordinator role in the national championship season, or the offense. Yeah, what has he done as a head coach?
Won a bowl game. Won his first bowl game. Let's start there. Won his first bowl game. Beat the other state at their house.
2-0 as the head coach on the field against Ohio State.
It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter. That matters. It's good points.
Right.
What about the Indiana game?
Beat everyone. Hold on. How long has it been before Sherrone since a first-year head coach beat every one of our rivals?
I don't know. How long? Tell me.
I forget who the historian is that's in your chat all the time, but one of the nights that I was on the co-hosting with you on this, he came in and said it had been something like 60 or 70 something years since we had a first-year head coach come in and beat every one of our rivals. So you tell me. So the original question that started this whole debate was he should be higher paid because he should not be the 13th highest paid head coach in the Big Ten. So I want you to show me what other head coaches in the Big Ten are going to come in year one with 3 months to put together a coaching staff with a cupboard that was as bare as it was following Harbaugh's departure on talent and depth because of the lack of NIL support, comes in on his first year with the offense that we had and beats every one of our rivals, beats Ohio State, the eventual national champion, beats Alabama, and wins his first bowl game, and comes in, flips the number one recruit in the nation that nobody thought we could do. Tell me what other Big Ten head coach is doing that his first year as a head coach? Because the original question was he should not be 13th highest paid in the Big Ten.
But here's the thing. You have to win more than just those games, though.
But are those not the biggest games that you compare? Look at the games he won. Look at the games he won. Look at the games he won, and look at the games he lost. And tell me, is it not the sign of greatness that you step up in the biggest moment?
Greatness? No, I don't think he's achieved greatness.
No. Is it not a sign of greatness that you step up in the biggest games in the biggest moments?
Listen, I'm not going to throw around the great word. I do think that's overused.
No. I'm not saying that Sherrone is a great coach yet. I'm saying, is it a sign of greatness as a player, as a coach, whatever, that you step up in the biggest games in the biggest moments?
It's a positive. It looks promising. It's a promising sign.
Okay, so look at his losses and look at his wins. Which ones were the bigger games and the bigger moments?
Let me just ask this: what if he goes 8-5 again? Is anyone okay with that?
If we're starting a true freshman quarterback from day one, yes.
Yeah, let's say we're starting Bryce Underwood. Are you okay with an 8-5 year? Because I am not.
I am, only because a true freshman quarterback is going to have stumbles.
That schedule,
he's going to have games where he messes up. And if we're calling for him to start week one, we have to be okay with him having stumbles like that.
I'm not. No. With that schedule, Bryce Underwood should be able to play blindfolded.
You cannot simultaneously call for a true freshman starting week one in his first year, and at the same time say that you're going to have a problem with the coaching staff if they lose games.
Then I can't extend you for going 8-5. That means you didn't deserve that.
When you come in year one with a walk-on quarterback and the lack of depth that we had on offense, and you beat every one of your rivals, including the eventual national champion.
I need more than the rival wins. I'm talking about championships, not Kinetic. Now you're making my blood. I'm talking about championships.
Dusty May got extended, and how many bad losses did he have in the season?
A bunch.
And he got extended. And why did he get extended? Because you had the lot. How many regular season losses, big time bad losses did he have in the regular season?
Yeah. Dusty May got extended because they were afraid to lose Dusty May to Indiana.
And Cignetti, how many wins did Cignetti have? How many good wins did Cignetti have when he got extended to secure him from going somewhere else?
Well, by the way, at Indiana, he could have had. All he had to do was have a bowl.
I mean, how many Ohio States, how many Bamas, how many rivals did he beat at the time that he got extended to keep him from going somewhere else.
Who's Indiana? Hold
Is
on,
Ohio
who's
State a rival
Indiana's
there?
rivals? Who are their
That
rivals?
doesn't matter. It's the point is how many big games that he won at that point
Who is
that
Indiana's
he got
rival?
extended for the same reason.
Who they rivals? Rutgers? Well, who they rivals? Northwestern?
You tell me, because he got extended for the exact same reason that we're saying extend Sherrone.
Kurt Signetti.
No, he didn't, because what was
Wait, hold
Signetti's
up.
record last year?
Hold
I
on,
said
wait,
I said my piece.
I
Let's
said
go.
what I
Let's go to
needed to
Nick.
say.
Let's go to Nick or Garrison. I
Nick,
said my
Nick,
piece.
how about this? Give us your thoughts, bro. We have not heard from you. You are the reason we're here for the second hour. What are your thoughts? What is your thoughts on this Sherrone Moore debate that has come out of nowhere, but it's a passionate one?
I guess I don't feel as strongly about it as Kinetic does because my targets are set more on the Regents right now. But
Yeah, I'm
I would
not
say
happy.
go. I'd say go ahead and give him the extension. I mean, he was the offensive coordinator for a national champion. I think that one of the important
Okay, what does that have to do with being
considerations.
a head coach? I'm sorry, hold on. I don't mean to interrupt you, but what does offensive coordinator or Joe Moore Awards as an offensive line coach have anything to do with being a head coach, a new position with new responsibilities and new objectives? It has nothing to do with it.
That's fair. That's fair. But then consider this though, because
No, it's not.
okay, well, whatever. But let me get to this point then. So, because this has everything to do with being a head coach. Michigan, dude, from the get-go was a disaster like last year, and that team could have easily gave up on him. So the fact that they rallied later in the year, whether you want to debate whether that's enough for an extension, fine. What was Sherrone Moore's annual salary, his first contract? Again, do you know the amount on that?
Too much.
Wait, Sherrone was first one, like before he got his
No,
real contract?
head coach. Yeah, his real contract. Sorry, his real contract.
It's like $5.5 million.
Highlight that
Okay.
comment from GT right there, TJ.
I think U of M could save money by extending him now. If they wait until he's 10-2, and who gives it? But guys, who
Listen,
cares if you wait until he's 10-2?
Weren't you the one
Really?
earlier?
Hold
Weren't you the
What
one
did you
earlier
pay
making
him?
the case that it's
Come on.
business?
Who
What did
cares?
he pay
Is that smart
Who cares
business?
if the number goes up? Who cares?
Yeah.
I
They got-
agree with
Business.
Garrison
You are
here.
the same people. You are the same people that tell me all the time, I don't care that Queen Jolene gave this much money. Hey, it ain't my money. Then why are we over here talking about, oh, we don't want to let it get the price get too
Well,
high?
To be fair, Garrison, I've never been on that side.
We're Michigan. We
To
have
be
all the
fair,
money.
I've
Why
never
do
said
you care
that.
about what the price number is? And who in the right mind extends someone after 8 and 5? You have that's almost like extending extending a salesperson.
I mean, you guys extended Ryan Day after 0-4.
No, wait. That's like extending a salesperson because they made the 70th percentile at their job. That's ridiculous. And you said, oh, doesn't it show greatness because he beats all their rivals? I'm sorry, beating Michigan State is greatness this season. I'm sorry. Yeah,
We beat Ohio State.
Yes. You beat
Sherrone
Ohio
Moore is
State.
2-0 as a head coach on the
that's
field
fine.
against
That's
Ohio
fine.
State.
Well, Kinetic, I've been sitting quiet.
Okay, but let me ask you one question, Garrison. Let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one question because TJ didn't answer this earlier.
I said what I needed to say, guys.
Are there any other Big Ten head coaches that could have done? Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. How many current Big Ten head coaches could do what Sherrone did last year with the offense at the quarterback that we had?
Wait. Are you really
With Davis Warren at the head of the offense, how many current Big Ten head coaches are beating Ohio State last year?
PJ Fleck would have had your team in a better situation.
You think he would have beat Ohio State with that offense?
PJ Fleck, no, I don't care. PJ Fleck is a better coach than Sherrone Moore. He's
No,
going
he's
to have your team better
No, he's
prepared.
not.
What do you mean he's not?
PJ Fleck is not winning against all of our rivals, including Ohio State.
Wait, stop.
All right, I'll stop.
Wait a
I'll
second,
let you keep going. I'll let you keep going.
How are you going? Wait, okay. I'm gonna let that go for right now. I'm gonna get back.
Come on, you think PJ Fleck's better than Sherrone Moore?
All right. Please tell me.
I don't think PJ Fleck's proven anything.
No.
He hasn't.
Tell me.
Even
right
the people
now,
at Minnesota know that he's not that.
That is the equivalent. That is the equivalent of after Ryan Day beat Jim Harbaugh in 2019. After
With
one
Urban's
season,
players,
if
with
I
Urban's
took
players.
that one season and said, oh, because of that one season, which he went 13-1 in, if I said that makes him a better coach than Jim Harbaugh, you will call me an idiot.
He
And
went
rightfully
0-4 against Michigan. You say he's a better coach than Jim Harbaugh.
I let you speak, man. I didn't talk over anybody. That would be an insane take for anyone to say after 1 year for Ryan Day that he's a better head coach than Jim Harbaugh. To take an 8-5 season and sit here and say that he has done more in one season than PJ Fleck has as a head coach at Minnesota. We're gonna sit here and talk about having Davis Warren and Michigan talent at Michigan. He's at Minnesota. Like we gotta be honest about this.
Wait, Davis Warren was a walk-on. Wait, hold up.
But to that point, you just said when's the last time
who has more talent, Nick?
But
Minnesota or
no,
Michigan?
Michigan.
But when's the last time, Garrison, that PJ Fleck beat Ohio State in Columbus?
He's at Minnesota.
Wait. You're talking about he's a better coach with that level of talent.
Hold up.
When's the last time he did that?
Who has proven more as a head coach, PJ Fleck or Sherrone?
Okay. Did Michigan, who had it? Hold on. What team had a better, more talented offense last season? Garrison, did Michigan or Minnesota have a more talented offense last season?
I answered your question. Can you answer
which one? Which one?
I answered your question. Can you answer
Michigan or Minnesota? Who had the more talented offense?
I already
last
answered
season?
your question. Can you answer mine? I asked
But
you.
I'm directly responding to what you just said.
No, you interrupted me to ask.
You just brought up the difference of talent between Michigan and Minnesota. So I'm asking you. Did PJ Fleck have a more talented offense last year than Sherrone Moore at Michigan? Max Brosmer, Darius Taylor, all of them. Was that a more talented offense than Michigan last season?
No. Overall, no.
TJ, put this CG72 comment up here real quick. It's up a little bit. CG72.
Now, can you answer my question? Who has proven more as a head coach? Sherrone Moore at Michigan in one season or PJ Fleck at Minnesota for 5-6 years now? Who has proven more?
Okay, if you're comparing 5 or 6 years to 1 year, that's apples to oranges. Let's compare PJ Fleck's first year to Sherrone Moore's first year.
It's okay, bro. We're not gonna get out of this conversation.
No. Who had the better first year as a head coach anywhere? Sherrone Moore or PJ Fleck?
I'm out of this conversation.
This is an amazing debate. I can't believe this is where Johnny.
I'm honestly surprised you guys are so fiery about this. He's just been the head coach 1 year. Why,
bro?
Why though? He's only been a head coach for 1 year.
Ask your question as a fan.
Yeah, go ahead.
So as a Buckeye fan, I can sit here and tell you that our athletic department would never entertain renegotiating a contract after an 8-5 season and a season where my head coach went out to our media and said we don't need to go to the transfer portal. I think we had the guys in our quarterback room, and there's no way he could have. There's no way you could be honest about that. He flat out lied.
But your athletic department will extend a coach that loses the biggest game of their season 4 years in a row.
Why do you always got to interrupt?
I'm just pointing out the counter to your point.
He came out and also said, bumping his gums about the wide receiver unit. He also came out and said our defensive. He says this defense can be better than last year's. Then he's the same guy who didn't know how to use a challenge. He's challenge flag challenged. Like he doesn't know when to use timeouts. Like hold up, Nick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ohio State would never entertain that for an 8-5 coach and extend you the next season without following up with the second season and possibly going 10-2 or 11-1. Why do you think your program is beholden? This is me talking as a Buckeye fan. The University of Michigan football program and athletic department should never be beholden to an 8-5 coach.
I agree.
There's no way the program should be holding to that. He is mediocrity so far.
Wait, are you talking to me or
He's far from mediocre.
Mediocre. Wait. The word mediocre by definition means average. He's mediocre.
He's had his first year as head coach. Compare his first year to other coaches' first year as head coach, and he is way above mediocre.
Hold on, let me address this real quick.
Wait, real quick. Garrison, are you talking to me or Kinetic?
He's talking to Kinetic, bro.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, he was referencing me, and I'm like, dude, I'm like 50-50 on this. I don't lean one way.
And it's like, this isn't like, and I'm happy because this is the type of conversation where we can't just sit here and say, oh, Garrison's saying this because he's a Buckeye. I would be livid if we extended an 8-5 coach.
Wait, but let me just throw this. Like, I think your point has some credence to it, but I will say using Ohio State as the example is like not a great example because Ohio State's the only program that's never had like a prolonged down period. Like, you guys are your program is literally an exception to the sport.
Michigan State wouldn't extend
that. Dude, I don't know, man.
Michigan State would not.
They gave Mel Tucker an extension.
Wait. What did Mel Tucker do? He went 2-0 versus you.
Sherrone Moore beat Ohio
Wait. He beat you twice, and then went 10-2, and got to. So that's different.
Yeah, he had the good year. He had the good year. You're right.
It's different. Let me address this, please. Go, Johnny. This question says, Johnny, just a question. Who do you want to see? Who do you want to see coach Michigan if not Sherrone Moore? The question wasn't we didn't want Sherrone Moore. It's about, do we want him extended after 1 year?
Well, to be fair, the question was, should he be higher paid coach in the Big Ten, better than 13th in the conference?
Show up. Get me in the playoffs.
Yes.
Let me see that offense cook.
Yes.
Let me get ready to, we going for a playoff run. Not 8-5, Kinetic. You can go on with that.
I don't think there's another Big Ten coach, current Big Ten coach that does better with what Sherrone had last year.
That. Show me some wins. I got scars.
Alabama, OSU, every single one of our rivals.
No. Let me cook.
Those are wins. You said show you some wins.
Let me talk. You got to cook. I got scars. I got battle wounds. Garrison, go back 5-6 years ago. See me talking about Michigan.
You will find me in those comments. You will find me in those comments with Johnny.
I ain't going back to it. I got scars. I got battle wounds. My emotions are on YouTube. Mad, hot, about to have heart attacks. I'm not going back to it.
Especially in the car lives.
No.
That was great. That was great TV.
Show me you want to be the coach and show me some winning.
I mean, you see the picture behind me. That was pretty much showing you.
No, show me some wins. Not
Johnny,
Ohio State, Alabama, every rival. There's your wins.
Stop. Let me cook. You had your chance, bro.
Yeah, you keep saying show you the wins. I'm showing you the wins.
You had your chance.
Yo, dude, real quick. Let me just say this.
Playoff.
Nick, after
not
Johnny.
Reliant.
There's not a single Big Ten coach that's making the playoffs with the offense we had.
Kinetic. Playoff.
Again, tell me what current Big Ten coach is making the playoffs with our offense last year.
You keep interrupting me. That's why I keep cooking. Because you keep trying to
Ryan Day ain't making it with that offense.
I'm going to let you go, bro. Dang.
Let Johnny run
I'm going to let you go. You don't have to try to butt in every time, bro.
That's not me.
He meant me, Garrison.
I'm talking to Kinetic.
You said Garrison. That's why he said that.
Oh, my bad, Garrison. Kinetic. You don't have to butt in every time, bro. We're talking
I'm just answering your questions.
These ain't questions. You're talking about ReliaQuest Bowl. I'm talking about playoff games. You happy with 8-5? I'm not happy with that. I had them years. So you wasn't on YouTube. Your memories, your tears, your scars, they wasn't on here for everybody to see and laugh about. I got them. I got them on. It's real over here. I ain't going back to it. 8-5, no. I don't care if Sherrone black, Hispanic, white. I don't care what he is. I want to see some wins. I want to see us beating Ohio State still, going to the playoff, talking championship.
You saw us beating Ohio State still.
Then you talk about some money. I ain't happy with beating Ohio State and we don't make the playoff. What are you talking about?
You saw more wins last year with Michigan than any other head coach in the Big Ten in the first year.
We weren't in the playoff. What you talking about?
It doesn't invalidate everything. It doesn't invalidate everything. It's not make the playoffs or nothing.
I want to do this best friend stuff, bro. What are we talking about?
We're talking about Sherrone Moore is better than the 13th best coach in the conference. That's what we're talking about.
8-5.
We're talking about Sherrone Moore had a better first year as a head coach than any other head coach in the Big Ten would have had in their first year with the team we had last year.
Bro. Show me something.
All the rivals, Ohio State, Bama. I can say that every time you say 8-5, and it's just
not a rival.
If Sherrone is that
become a rival,
were they not one of the best teams of this century?
When did they become our rival?
Were they not who everyone was saying should have been in the playoffs?
Our rival.
We beat the team that everyone said should have been in the playoffs.
But they're not a rival. You just
okay. They're still a good win. They're still a good win.
Like they a rivalry game.
I said Bama and all of our rivals, including OSU, who was the eventual national champion. And again, the original conversation stemmed from that Sherrone Moore is currently around the 13th, or I think TJ looked it up and it was actually like 16th highest paid coach in the conference. So the original question was he should be paid better than 13th because he's not the 13th best coach in the conference. He's better than that. I'm saying that the argument for that, I'm telling you how, you just ain't listening. Clean out your ears. He came in first year as a head coach with a offense that was not there, a walk-on quarterback, and went 8-5, and beat every one of our rivals, including the team that everyone said should have been in the playoffs and the eventual national champion. And I'm telling you that there is not another head coach currently in the Big Ten, which is what we're comparing him against right now, that in their first year as a head coach is coming in with the offense that we had last year and doing what he did.
Can we run through this real quick?
Well, can
is he better than James Franklin?
All right, let's go for it. Go.
Kinetic, is he better than James Franklin?
Yes. And I say this, hold on. No, Garrison. I'm saying this because my contention is their first year as a head coach. I lived in Nashville during James Franklin's first year as a head coach at Vanderbilt. He was trash. James Franklin in his first year as a football head coach in Division I football is not doing better than what Sherrone Moore did in his first year with the team that Sherrone Moore had last year.
Let me ask you, do you believe that Sherrone Moore, and we're talking in the era in SEC dominance, do you think Sherrone Moore could go back-to-back 9+ win games, back-to-back 9 win+ wins at Vanderbilt?
At Vanderbilt, that team was trash.
Why would you ask Vanderbilt?
But the Vanderbilt teams were the offense was more potent than what we had last year at Michigan.
Vanderbilt was good for 2 years in a row before he went to Penn State. What are you talking
about? Bro, I lived down there. I'm telling you, nobody took Vanderbilt serious at all those years. Everybody hated James Franklin.
Let me give an update on the poll. We have we have 97 votes, and the poll is: should Michigan give Sherrone Moore a contract extension? Yes at 47. 53 no. I cannot believe how split this is. This is such an interesting debate.
Too soon, bro.
It's
guys,
crazy. Half the fan base is for it.
85 next year is fine. Are you crazy?
Wait, Johnny.
You cannot simultaneously call for a true freshman quarterback to start week 1 and be upset with losses.
Johnny, what you have Michigan going 8-5 next year?
Kinetic said he's fine with it.
He's fine with 8-5 because
no. Wait a second.
We start a true freshman quarterback. What I'm saying is, if any school at anywhere in Division I football, if they start a true freshman quarterback week 1, I don't care how good the quarterback is, he's going to have bad games. He's going to make mistakes that cost us games. It's going to happen. So you cannot simultaneously call for starting a true freshman quarterback from week 1 during his first season and then be upset and call for any kind of coach firings if we have losses because we started a true freshman quarterback.
But why do you believe he deserves that contract after an 8-5? Like, bro, let's be honest here. We haven't even seen what he looks like outside of 1 year. We haven't seen. I mean, it's 1 year, bro. I get it, but we've seen what he looks like without Jim Harbaugh at his hip.
Okay, well, all right, hold up real quick. First of all, Garrison, did you take a shot at Sherrone about timeout management at the end of games? Am I correct on that?
Yeah, he messed up.
Because it happened multiple times throughout the season.
Didn't your head coach, isn't that why you guys lost the game? He called a timeout coming out of a timeout.
Nick.
I got a flag.
I get it.
He gave us a first and goal.
No, I get it. It's fun to bring up things that happen in the game. But again, we have 16 games of evidence because we didn't just play 12 games like you. We actually went to the national championship and won it.
But he did the same thing. He coached circles around your coach the year before when he stood in for Jim.
Nick, that's fine. But at the end of the day, there are 5 losses that happened on that schedule, and there are games that happened on that, and everyone's in here saw it, where he had timeout blunders and challenge flag blunders, like literally helping the other team out by calling a timeout for them at the end of the game. What's
he's
wrong
a first-year head coach. It happens.
Ryan Day didn't do that in his first year as head coach. Dan Lanning didn't do that in his first year as head coach.
Ryan Day was handed a way better situation. Wait, you're saying? Wait, hold on.
Wait. I'm naming multiple coaches. Lincoln Riley, at the age of 34, didn't do that at Oklahoma. We're not just talking
terrible
about
example.
Wait.
Terrible example.
Wait, Nick. Talent has nothing to do with your coach making stupid decisions.
Okay, okay. Well, first, hold on. First of all, it's funny that I'm getting targeted a little bit here. I literally said before this, I'm 50-50. I don't feel strongly on this. I'm leaning in the direction of it, but dude, okay, like talent does that is a really loaded statement. You could unpack that and argue that till the cows come home. But dude, I'm just saying, I'll say this. This is my position on it. I think, dude, if you're gonna extend Ward, you kind of gotta extend Sherrone. I think Sherrone's been far more effective in his 1 year opportunity. Dude, think about how much we lost. Like, how many first rounders did that team lose? How many? So you said, well, talent doesn't make coaches make stupid decisions. Sherrone lost all coaches too. He lost the entire defensive staff. Like,
hey,
I don't know, man. His situation.
We're development you, and then after a national championship season, you clearly aren't development you.
Okay, but you're talking to me. You're not talking to other people who said development you.
But Nick, but my thing is this, right? Because I have I've been taking time, my friend, and I've been writing down everything that I hear Michigan people say. Like right here, I have written down. Steve D says that at the end of the season, we will be asking. No. I'm gonna read it. He said we will be asking if Bryce Young is the best quarterback. Is the best college football, and if he should be the number one.
Bryce Underwood, or are you talking about Bryce Young from Alabama?
Bryce Underwood. No, Bryce Underwood. He said Bryce Underwood, if he should be the number one pick in this upcoming draft. I'm holding you guys to the standard.
You guys don't hold me to Steve Dace's comment.
Bro, we don't even listen to Steve D.
No, bro. I'm sorry,
Garrison. That'd be like us holding you to the standard of upholding everything Buckeyes.
Let me clarify this whole situation. My position. If I'm the type of person, if you want to argue or debate me, that's fine. But the second you want to start bringing what other people said into the conversation, I'm good.
We're not holding Garrison. Garrison, we're not holding you to what Buckeye Scoops claims. So don't do that to us.
No, I'm clarifying my position. If anyone wants to debate with me, that's fine. But like, dude, a lot of people say a lot of dumb things in a lot of fan bases, and I don't agree with a lot of it. Some of it I do, but like, I'm not referencing. Like, when I talk to any of you, I'm talking about what you said. I don't do that type of shit.
Oh no, Nick. Let me be very honest here. This is completely me trolling to hold a standard to hold these fans to a standard that I know your team can't live up to this season.
All right, real quick.
Like, TJ, don't know that, but you can take that.
Like Isaiah Hole saying you guys will could beat Oklahoma and Norman this year 35-17. Okay.
All right, hold on. TJ, let me ask you a question though. Just as another point for Sherrone here. Did you not say back during the season that Dusty May and Sherrone Moore together were a large reason why the school finally got behind us with NIL? That they campaigned for it. So would that also not be a point in Sherrone's favor that he was able to get the NIL support for the school that Jim Harbaugh wasn't able to get, and able to then use that to get flips such as Bryce and Babalola and others?
It matters, but results.
I just wanted to bring that up as well.
Listen, Sherrone Moore's NIL recruiting, his big game wins, his ability to show up in big games like Penn State, Alabama, Ohio State, all big games. Okay. He's done that, but he has to win.
Okay.
Alabama
but
finished with
nobody
one
has
more-
actually
one
answered
less
my
loss.
question here. Nobody has actually answered my
Alabama
question
was
here.
good last year. What are you talking
They
about?
lost to Vanderbilt
TJ.
and they lost to 2 unranked teams.
TJ, look at all the other Big Ten head coaches. Garrison, this is for you too, but
They
since
beat
you're
Georgia,
to
Garrett.
take out, but
They
it's
beat
the same
Georgia.
thing I asked Garrison, and he said PJ Fleck. TJ, do you think there's another head coach currently in the Big Ten
Yes,
that
I'm gonna
does
give you
better than Sherrone in his first season as a head coach with
Yeah.
what Sherrone had last year?
I think
Who
Kurt
is it?
Snetti has a better year than Sherrone
Okay.
Moore.
So under those parameters, how many coaches do you think do better than Sherrone in his first season as a head coach
Dan Lanning,
in the
I
Big
think-
Ten?
So any of the big coaches, I think Dan Lanning does better in his first
Okay,
year.
so that's
I
one.
think Kurt Snetti.
Two. In his first year with what Sherrone had on the roster last year. Playing
better not
Texas,
say it,
playing
TJ.
Oregon, playing
You better not
Texas,
say it, TJ.
Oregon,
Don't go there.
Ohio State.
I'm not saying-
TJ,
I don't
No,
think
no,
Ryan Day-
no,
real
no,
quick.
no, 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 no,
I have
no,
the
no.
names
Do
up.
not say
Hold on,
Ryan
hold on,
Day.
hold on, hold on. Let him go. Let him go.
I know,
Let him
I
go.
do, I do, but I just want to let TJ know this, just to reference back real quick. In the first season in 2011 at Vanderbilt, Franklin went 6-7, then went 9-4, 9-4 with 2 top 25 finishes at Vanderbilt.
That's a different argument, bro.
Okay,
No,
okay,
no, no, no. I'm bringing
hold on,
up
Garrison.
better coaches.
Garrison.
No, that's a different argument
hold on,
because
hold on,
Sherrone's
hold on a
only been a
second.
head coach for
Guys.
one season.
Guys, hold on a second. I want TJ to finish this and tell me how many coaches, and then Garrison, I want you to do it too. I know you got PJ Fleck, and take Ryan Day out because you're a Buckeye fan.
Well,
how many coaches?
That's a duh thing. That's a duh thing.
Right. So I want to know how many coaches in the Big Ten currently you think does better than Sherrone in his first year with what he has.
Well, I'm waiting for
This is
TJ.
the same- all right, listen. The reason why this is hard to call is because I was asked the other day, what would Ryan Day do? How would Ryan Day do? And I do think Ryan Day would have 9 wins. But I don't think Ryan Day would beat Ohio State or Alabama.
Okay. But
I think Sherrone Moore has the ability to get the guys to play in those big games. I do think he has.
So then for this question, then do you think with him going 9-3 but losing to Ohio State in that scenario, do you think that would count as better than what Sherrone did this year? Okay, so we got 2.
No, it wouldn't be better.
So you got 2 coaches right now. Are there any others?
I
Signetti
can't.
and Lanning.
It would be 2. I'm not going to deny
So
it.
based on his performance in his first season,
Wait, am I allowed to add to this list, or is this?
I just want to clarify with TJ. So you believe he did better than all but 2 coaches in his first season would have done under the same circumstances.
Dude, the only reason why is because I'm not sure other coaches can get this team with Davis Warren at quarterback.
Right.
To
That's my
beat
point.
an Alabama or an Ohio State.
That's my
Sherrone
point.
Moore what does Sherrone Moore have that is a rare trait? He is a leader of men. They do follow him. They believe in him.
And
like
this
that
is
is
my point.
there is no doubt of value there. But he has to win more than 8 games, bro.
Okay, but my point is comparing him to the other Big Ten head coaches. That's what this originally came from.
Not all these coaches
You've
are
got him
leader of
third.
men.
So Garrison, same question. Again, we know you got Ryan Day, so take him out of it. Besides PJ Fleck, how many do you got under the same circumstances, same roster, same schedule? Do you got doing it in their first year as head coach? Not their 5th year, not their 6th year, the first year that they're a head coach of a football program.
David Braun went 8-5 in his first season at Northwestern, so give me him.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, I believe Greg Schiano's would have done the same or better.
Oh no, dude.
I don't know about Schiano. I'll give you.
That's fine. No, wait.
But this is his
that
list.
was your
This is
list.
his list.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And also because the reason I think that is because I've seen PJ Fleck call offenses. He's more imaginative than whatever you had last year. Kurt Signetti, Brett Bielema would have done better because I think, I think you guys are missing why I believe this. I think a lot of these coaches are just smarter and better than your head coach. So by that notion,
I think Brett Bielema would do it.
Like I think Brett could have got you guys at 9 or 10 wins.
So too. I think so too. I'm not sure he gets
TJ's at 3, Garrison's at 4, counting Ryan Day.
I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable saying Jonathan Smith. Jed Fish would have definitely. Jed Fish is a better football coach than Sherrone Moore.
In his first year, was
Jed Fish is a good one. I didn't think of that.
In his first year,
better than him.
But again,
Fish is a
but again,
better,
Garrison, I just want to clarify. Are you talking about Jed Fish in his first season as a head coach?
I don't. Jed Fish can be sitting there butt ass naked coaching. He's going to do better than Sherrone Moore did with that team last year. I don't care. He could be sitting there with a tinfoil hat on. He's a better coach than him. So that kinetic. That's why I said I think just by the nature of these coaches being better, I think there are 13 coaches in the Big Ten better than him. I do. So
you do?
Yeah, 13.
I don't.
Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
TJ's got was it 3 or 4 coaches? TJ, was it 3 or 4?
Lanning. It's not even Sherrone's fault.
I'll do Jed Fish, Bielema.
It's not Sherrone's fault because I'm uncomfortable.
And Lanning.
Well, I'm uncomfortable. I think it takes
so
4 years.
then I would argue by that measure, TJ, Sherrone Moore should be top 5 paid coach in the conference.
Let's see how year 2 goes, Kinetic. I can't do that off of one. All right, time out though.
Kinetic, what are you
I
getting
haven't heard
at?
your thought. Are you extending Sherrone or no?
Yes.
I do. I was one of the ones. I was the second vote. I did vote yes.
Okay.
I am willing to concede that maybe I'm maybe putting the cart before the horse. I mean, I mean, look, I'm all in on Sherrone, bro. I like what he's been doing. Therefore, I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say, yeah, I would. But I mean, it's interesting to hear these arguments about these coaches.
It is interesting. It is interesting.
These first, I don't know if we're considering the first what these guys were compared to what they are, which is a different, it's hard. Argument.
Yeah, why are we acting like Sherrone can't get better?
Right.
Like, what's up with that?
Just show me. And I go by this. I go by this standard. The same thing. The team and when the program changed, what was the standard? Beat Penn State, beat Michigan State, beat Ohio State, win the Big Ten.
That's right. That's right.
Make the playoff. I go by that standard. I don't care about all that this hypothetical. Show me on the field. We don't play Penn State, so beat Michigan State, beat Ohio State, win the Big Ten, make the playoff.
Yep.
That's my standard.
Amen.
And when he does that, give him his money.
That's right.
Until then,
That's
show
fair.
me.
That's fair. That's fair.
So let me ask you this question then. If Wink said, "Hey, I'll stay at Michigan as long as y'all want me here," would you extend him today?
I would.
What was Wink's defensive record stat last year? The final defense.
10th best defense in the nation. 10th best defense in the nation.
He earned some. He earned the money if you want to give it to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it unanimous that Garrison? Would you?
What?
Would you extend if Wink was willing to stay as long as you wanted him here? Would you at your school? Would you extend him as DC?
Wink?
Yeah,
Wink Martindale as the coordinator.
If Wink Martindale said, "I will be the DC at Michigan as long as y'all want me here," I want a contract extension. Would you give it to him?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. He clearly deserves it.
Yeah, he's good, man.
Yo, I got a question for Garrison here. You said what were the exact words you said? You called Isaiah Hull's prediction of Oklahoma 30 or Oklahoma 17, Michigan 35.
Nick getting ready to clip this now.
He said 35 to 17.
17. But what were your words? What'd you call that? You called that something. I don't remember exactly what you. Well, what do you think of that? You think that's ridiculous? Like, what's your?
I think it's stupid. I think.
Okay, well, you realize who you're talking to, though, right? Because like we just watched this head coach that you were calling a terrible game manager, terrible with timeouts and everything. What would you call what he just did to your national champion Ohio State Buckeyes? Like you're talking to a Michigan fan who witnessed that. Was that crazier than what Michigan?
All right. Like Nick, I think I see what the disconnect is here. You think I care about that loss this season? You think I actually think about that loss every day? Or
no, I'm not taking a shot. I was asking you a question.
No, because this is how I honestly think you're asking. Because I don't know what that question had to do with the original comment. I'm not sure.
That's why I asked you first to clarify what you said about Isaiah Hull. Because you said I think what you said is that wouldn't happen in a million years. You can go back and
no, I didn't say that. I said I think he's crazy to believe that you guys are about to walk into Norman, Oklahoma with a true freshman quarterback, a head coach and an offensive, like a head coach who's still on the question mark, an offensive play caller who, let's be honest, outside of having Drake May name attached to him, we don't know much about him outside he's been half his career in high school. We still have to see your left tackle. I think your O-line is going to be better. Your offense is going to be better as a whole. Don't get me wrong. But we still got to see it. You're going on the road. John Mateer is a top 10 quarterback in college football. They have one of the best running backs in college football. They have a defense, and they have wide receivers. Like it's not to say that you guys can't win the game, but I think it's crazy for Isaiah Hole to sit here and think that you guys can walk into their stadium and beat them like that.
he didn't think that, dude. He said that's the best. No, hold on. He said that's the best case scenario.
Best case scenario. I think that's stupid. I don't think that's the best case scenario for you guys.
Dude, I'm just saying you need to know. You don't know your audience. You're literally watched the world burn down last year because of that result. That was far more crazier. Yet it happened.
Nick, you just said I don't know my audience. While at the same time, I repeated with you. He said best case scenario. I repeated that with you at the same time. I know who I'm talking to. I watch Isaiah Hole probably just as much as you do.
You're talking.
All right, but hold on. If Isaiah Hole said the best case scenario is we win whatever 35-17, there's nothing wrong with that, Garrison.
No. I think it's absurd. That's bro, Hook. I think that's absurd. Like, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's absurd for a fan to say they believe your quarterback this season? When the season is over, they're going to be asking if he should be the first pick in the draft this season. If he would be, do you think that's insane to say?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it.
And do you believe do you in your heart of hearts, do you think you guys are going to walk into Norman with knowing what you know about each team right now? You are going to walk in there and beat them like that?
No, I think we can win though.
Yeah, I think you can win the game.
What did he say? I didn't even see this.
35-17.
So Garrison, is it him saying that we will beat Oklahoma, or is it the score prediction he's given?
It's the margin of victory. The margin of victory. That's crazy.
I think even I think a best case had he said like 13-10. No, like 20, like 24-21. I can understand that. If he said 24-17, 24-14.
So just one extra touchdown, bro. What are you?
No. Because I think we know what 35-17 games are.
Well, and all right. How about this? Let's get to our super chats and let's wrap this up. We've gone way over, but let's give some love to our super chats here. So we got GT, who said if Sherrone Moore had Kirk Cousins' agent, he'd be making $15 million a year. He might. Keith Rebar, $10 super chat.
I just want to say, as a Vikings fan, I appreciate that.
Nick, yeah, I bet. Didn't Nick Saban go 7-5 his first season at Bama? I believe he lost a bowl game for 7-6. Give this guy a chance. 8-5 with Bryce and Wink would be unacceptable. No one is saying don't give him. No one is saying don't give him a chance. No one is saying get rid of Sherrone Moore. The position simply is an extension. Like, would you give him one now, today in May?
Well, I would also say that you got to go with what the market's doing, TJ. And the market here recently has been lock up coaches early if you believe in them to stop them from getting poached to other places. We saw it with Dusty. We saw it with Signetti. If you got to play with the market at the level that they're playing.
Yeah, but Signetti was at Indiana
and made it to the playoffs. And Dusty won the Big Ten title and made a playoff run. Sherrone's got to do more. All right, Buckeye Battle Cry 499. I gave Martindale more credit than I do more for the end of the season turnaround for the win against OSU too. Wolverine Casual $2 super chat for Garrison. What's your opinion of Buckeye Scoop? The people want to know, Garrison. What is your opinion of Buckeye Scoop?
Be honest. Come on now.
Yeah, what is your opinion, bro?
Your mic
ain't working. We hear your TV.
I mean, I was saying. I mean, I ask you guys to be honest all the time. And you don't do that for me, but
I'm honest with you all the time. What are you talking about? Where'd I lie?
No, I listen, man. Listen, I think Kurt does. I think he does a good job of what he does. I think he has his own opinions, and just like any other fan, like any other guy's family, sometimes people may have opinions that are a little bit more further. Like you guys know, I don't believe in a hammer. and I think he knows that. We fully understand. I know what he believes about it. Okay, like I guess for me, it's just like I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to say about it? He's one of the best. Like for like in terms of Buckeye talk, it's fact that he's one of the best. He has one of the biggest followings. I think that he goes out of his way to maybe put a little. What was it called? Put it 100 on 10. Sometimes he may do that.
So let me ask this, Gerson. You would agree that there's a difference in an entertaining show for a school and a team and a factual reporting show. Would you agree that his entertainment value is higher than his actual accuracy?
Yeah, but I guess, but no, I'm not gonna say but. Yes, maybe so. I mean, no. There are a lot of things he's been right about in his career that you wouldn't know, you wouldn't know about. None of you guys would, because you guys don't watch a show like we do. You don't pay attention to
All right, let me ask you this: do you not think he fabricates?
I just said on some things he puts 100 on 10.
Well, okay. Let me ask you this: as somebody who wasn't aware of Buckeye Scoop before this.
One second, Kinetic. Let's be honest here. You guys are simply bringing this all to one subject, and that's about the scandal and about the hammer thing. That's what one thing is like when people talk about politics. Don't be a single issue voter. Talk about everything else.
I wasn't.
Can I please finish?
Yeah, but
don't talk about that.
That's not what I was going to say.
Don't talk about the one single issue. Like there are other things.
Bro,
so,
that's
wait. So you guys can harp on that. You guys can harp on that if you want to. But there are other things throughout every year that he is completely right about and ahead about.
Okay, so my question was going to be, do you feel like his accuracy versus the fabricated stuff took a dive or a turn?
Just say the scandal.
At the point, no, I'm not asking about the scandal. I'm not asking about the scandal.
What else do you know about?
I'm saying post 2020. Do you think that's when it sort of took?
Tell me something else that Kirk Martin said that you think he fabricated outside the Michigan thing. Give me one more.
All of the excuses that he's had since 2021.
Give me one more. No. Give me one more example. A specific example about something that you can name off the top of the dome that he fabricated.
Okay. Your kicker was bribed by Michigan to miss those kicks this last November.
You think he was serious about that?
He posted it.
You think he was?
You said give you one example. I'm telling you that there's the first one that came off the top of my head that wasn't about the scandal.
You thought that was serious?
No, I'm saying he posts stuff that's fabricated for entertainment. Even and accuracy goes out the window. And my contention is that started with the 2021 loss.
If I go out tomorrow and tweet Jim Harbaugh is better than Urban Meyer and don't put an emoji behind it, I sit there and give some BS reasons on why. You think
I think your Twitter account would suddenly be factual for once.
Listen, bro. I think that's called being facetious.
All right, let's wrap it up, boys. We are way over on time, but we had a good talk tonight. Final thoughts, West Quad. Give us your final thoughts. You've been quiet. Final thoughts tonight, brother.
I'm watching the spring game, and my final thoughts is
you in the room with Juju. You in the tape room with Juju.
Go into Norman with this running game and do what Army did in the bowl game.
That's fair.
All right, West Quad.
I would say Mateer's better than Arnold, but yeah,
I mean, they got a better quarterback now, but their defense, we'll see.
Right.
For sure. Kinetic, final thoughts, brother.
My final thoughts is that West Quad needs to use some of his contacts at the university to get us some players as guests on our shows.
Okay, fair enough. We'll work on that. Garrison, get off your damn phone. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. If you're in Grand Rapids, Michigan, like I am, be safe. Do not go outside. If you are outside somewhere or somewhere else, book it for a while.
Garrison, what's up with that All Access PD Grand Rapids? You seen that on Max?
What?
All Access PD.
Like police department?
No. Yes. Y'all wilding up there.
Wait,
get your YNs under control. Y'all wild.
Well, listen, bro. Listen, bro. Let me tell you what. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you know how. Listen, You know how I roll. So listen, we're gonna make sure that everyone is cared for. That people, we don't.
That's
I'm
cute.
not,
TJ,
knows not to say too much. You guys in Grand Rapids, Michigan, be safe. Like, all right. See you guys.
Hey, hold on. I got one question for everyone before I jump off. Anyone here looking forward to and going to watch the Madden movie with Nick Cage and Christian Bale?
Nick Cage is John Madden, bro.
Nicolas Cage is playing John Madden. Christian Bale's playing Al Davis.
I don't think I
Al
care.
Davis was a good casting, but the Nicolas Cage, I'm not feeling it. As a Raider fan, I'm not feeling Nick Cage and John Madden. I'm sorry.
All
right, Johnny, final thoughts, brother.
It was a good show. It turned up later on when that question came about, but to me it's all about wins. Everything else we just talking. You got to put up or shut up, and it's about winning. I like Sherrone Moore and everything as a coach, the things he does offensively, the offensive line, I love it. The recruiting, but you got to win games here. Like that's what it's about. If it's not, what are we talking about? Yep. Nobody in this, and I'm gonna end with this. No man, no coach comes before the team. So until the team is in the playoff, I'm looking at you sideways.
Fair enough, man. I think me and Johnny, we're actually aligned, which is nice. Bro, you got it exactly. Win the regular season, beat your rivals, win the Big Ten, get in the playoffs. That's what we're asking you. You do that, extensions all day, and you do that consistently, you get Nick Saban treatment. I don't give a damn. You can be king around here. I'm fine with that, but you got to earn that. I'm happy we got Underwood. I'm happy the NIL improved. I'm happy that we were able to beat Alabama and Ohio State. I'm happy that Sherrone Moore does do well in big games, but it's the other games. Those matter too. So, let's give me the 10 wins, give me the playoffs, and next offseason we could talk extension.
Yeah, I'm happy. We get in the playoff, I'm happy. Yeah. I can't be sitting at home watching Ohio State in the playoff and stuff, trying to act like I'm okay with it.
I don't think you have to worry about that. I've told you my thoughts on that team this year. It's not going to be sweet like they think in Columbus, but we'll see.
Yeah. So final vote, 116 votes 1 hour ago. Should Michigan give Sherrone Moore a contract extension? 47 say yes, 53 say no. If you would have told me it would be almost 50-50, I would have said hell no. But I guess I don't know shit. So I guess that's what it is.
Sherrone.
I like Sherrone too, but I'm not extending it. I like a lot of things. It doesn't mean I'm just giving money to him.
TJ, I think this will be a better conversation had after this season.
Of course, but it was brought up tonight, and here we are.
Yeah. And it was about this season, so that's what the way he asked the question. He think he deserves the extension right now.
I don't think he deserves it, but I would give it to him. I'm not gonna lie.
You crazy, West Quad. All right, boys, we are out. Hell of a show. 2.5 hours. We did go over, but again, it was fun. It's always fun. So. Next week we'll be back Thursday 8 p.m. Be on the lookout for me and Johnny, and then obviously Tuesday 8 p.m. Michigan Wolverines line, myself and John Diadamo. Get at us. Have a good night. If you are in Grand Rapids, be safe. Tornadoes, all that crazy stuff, and we will see you next week. And as you know, it is always go blue.
Go
Peace.